Hello and welcome out to the Gamers Council. Oh yeah. We have got full membership in the house, and back and rested from PAX, and healthy and can speak. The one and only Doodle. Hi, Doodle.
Thank you. What's up? Thank you for having us, you guys.
Oh man, we're so glad to have you. And then of course, your husband, the younger man,
the other one.
The only one.
The luggage holder.
Here goes.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Your own song. CMoney. I don't have. There we go. Look at WebDave. Get it?
No mustard here. Anyway, welcome guys. Yeah, RHETRI. Look at this.
Man.
We're gonna have so much fun tonight.
Yes.
Contract. The buy back. They're a pair deal. They have to come together. That was the deal.
Oh, I know.
But here they are.
Well, let's be real. Do we have to come together? No. If I'm here, then she has to be here.
That's
not
right.
the other way around. I know my place. Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Absolutely
do come together,
true.
though.
We do come together.
You
That's the
Nobody
goal.
gets left out.
You time it just right.
Oh my gosh! Shit. All right.
Anyway.
I set him up. You knock him down, Dave. Good job. Let's go.
Thanks. Who put in the chat tongue bath? Anyway, so guys, welcome. We appreciate you all very much for being here. This is so awesome. We do have a quick. I want to thank. I'm going to get this right off the bat because I don't want to mess this up, because we had the one and only Lord Starkiller was super awesome for us, and he actually did some gifted memberships, but he did it when the show was in like a post or whatever, so what hadn't been active yet. So with that, he actually he gifted 5 memberships, which we appreciate that, and they went to BT Maverick, Sanchez Gaming, Spartan 661.
Nice.
Amit, Kumar, and Talus Ray all got rejoined because of Lord Starkiller. So Lord Starkiller, thank you so much for doing that. Very, very much appreciated.
Awesome.
So that's
He is super.
I just want to make sure we give thanks where thanks is due, and with that, everybody that is a member has access to all these wonderful emojis.
All
As my
the
dog barks in the
emojis.
background.
Yeah.
There they are. Dun.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The door's
StreamYard
propped
has
open
to
because
fix
it has a
this
box in
crap,
front of
bro.
it. What?
I want to see StreamYard. They got to fix this crap. I want to see the emojis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh
never
yeah,
get
I
stupid
know.
words.
That drives me nuts. I know. It's
Yeah,
like
and
smiley,
if it's
smiley,
an old-
smiley. Like no, bro.
Yeah. But if
Let me
it's,
see it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Show me what it's worth. All right. Yeah, because it shows up kind of funky. So man, we have a great show. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have a super chat that we're gonna, because we know about this super chat that we can actually start the show.
Yeah, we can't start without it.
Yeah,
Any show.
Exactly.
Without Adidas's super chat.
Adidas.
Didas with the $10 says,
He was
let's
in the
go.
house.
What up, WebD? RHETRI, my dog. Hot cheese doodle and CMoney hot mustard. Chicken in the building. I'm singing Sarah Bond and my Hall and Oates voice. There you go.
You gotta sing it, RHETRI. You gotta sing it.
You can't. You have to see it.
You have to.
I thought he's doing it. I think you should do it, Doodle. I think you should do it.
No, you guys don't want that happening.
It's not our super chat. All right,
She
you
just put her voice back.
gotta earn that right there. You gotta hit the baritones. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, brother.
Also,
James
our
Ryan's
good
first
friend.
party GoFundMe account, the longest name we have out here. Just read up for 7 months. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Good to
it's
see
so
Jim
nice.
Ryan is present.
Exactly. Well,
with
you know,
us.
he's at retirement, but he still comes and hangs out with us. What a
He
guy.
hangs out with
kind
us.
guy.
He knows
What a
what's up.
kind
What a guy.
He's an
He
Xbox
does know
player.
what's
He
up.
knows what's up.
He does.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he sold
That's
all
true.
his stocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Facts.
oh, at
Playing
the
it safe.
exact perfect time.
What a lucky dude,
Come
huh?
on,
I
man.
could just guess.
Good timing. Good
Good
timing
Almost
on
like
his
some
part.
insider trading. But you know,
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, when's Jim going to jail? When they're sending his ass to jail? I'm just wondering. That's suspicious.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Him and Bobby K
like
are probably hanging out
lying
right now.
in the trial, you know what I'm saying? When he said all that stuff, because then he kind of went ahead and he said that he didn't want the new deal. He was just trying to block it. So it wasn't about getting a good deal and making sure Call of Duty was safe. He was just trying to block it. But somebody just needs to, uppercut him. That's all.
Yeah, he messy.
Yeah, he's definitely messy. Yeah, a little bit full of shit too.
A lot of it. Maybe both. Right?
Maybe
Because
both.
a little full of shit, but then at the same time, he was kind of right when he said if Call of Duty goes to Xbox, PlayStation screwed, and all we've seen is death and destruction on PlayStation side right now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
seems like it's coming true.
And not to start off messy, but I'm just gonna do it anyway because this isn't a
Oh, well,
topic or
that's the
anything.
way
I'm
we
just
like it,
just
so-
just
Yeah.
gonna.
Go ahead.
So all these fanboys that are. He's RHETRI's like, oh, here we go. But all these fanboys
I'm reading his chat. His thing.
that are like absolutely just so anti-Xbox this and Xbox is dying, Xbox is dead. Their only reason they're doing that is because they have no games coming out first party until next year. They have this rumored, fictitious, not officially announced anywhere PlayStation 5 Pro, but they're all like, "Ooh, it's gonna be new." Oh, really? Let's wait till we see it. And if it does drop with nothing on it to
What
be
am I
real
playing?
relevant, exactly. Then that's going to be some very interesting times as we see the
They get
bottom
shit to
drop
talk
out.
about. They get shit to play. So they got to talk about something. They got to talk about Xbox. Because what else are they going to talk about? They got nothing.
That's where it's at, though. That's where it's at. And
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't get one, they're just missing out. I don't understand. If there's no purpose for the PlayStation 5, what do we need a Pro for?
Damn.
We don't.
Amen.
Make it make sense.
Facts.
Yeah, it makes no
Bars.
sense to me. That's why I think they're doing it, because it doesn't make any logical sense. I'm like, what should
Well,
it
I mean,
do?
they did it with all
Have
the
a
other
Pro.
hardware they've
There'll
done
be a
that
Pro.
didn't make any sense either, right? Portal,
Yeah.
which they didn't do anything with. The VR,
VR.
headset,
That's
which
nothing
was a
blows my
waste of
mind more
life.
than a fucking Portal, bro. I don't understand that device.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's the one thing they couldn't trick me
Nothing
on,
makes
bro.
less sense.
they got me on the other stuff. Okay, I got the 5, I got the VR, but the Portal was the last straw. I was like,
Enough
nope,
is enough.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I'm
That's
not
it.
falling into the trap.
Nope.
So we draw the line, all right?
That's it, man.
I bought a
That's
Portal.
it.
Yeah,
You bought a Portal,
I know
bro?
you did.
God
I know
damn
you
it,
did.
Dave.
Yeah.
I love the
Supporting
way he
cause.
said that. He was like, guys.
Hey, look who it is! It's Fark you.
Fark
Fark
you.
you.
hey.
Fark you. I'm sorry. Love you, Fark you. Read that, will you, Richard?
Sure. Shout out to our mustard leader, CMoney, and lovely Doodle, the awesome web Dave, who keeps swearing at me, and the one dude, RHETRI, who's a pain in the butt. 2 channels I love in one place.
Hold on. No Diddy.
No,
No
Diddy.
Diddy.
No
All right,
Diddy.
hashtag no
Yeah.
Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
goodness.
Hashtag
Yeah,
That's
give
good
it
about
up
GM.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
It's actually 3 channels you love in one place because RHETRI's channel is on fire.
Yes,
That thing
Yes.
blowing up.
Yes. Which reminds me, Fark you, I'm probably gonna have to make you a mod as long as you're nice to me. Which
Like
means
a
I probably
model?
won't be making you a mod. Yeah.
Which means you want to
you
make
can
it
be my
mod.
model. My London
You
model.
want him to strip?
My,
Oh,
Like
no
hashtag
Diddy.
Diddy?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I know he's got the same bald head. He makes fun of my bald head, and he's got a bald head. Don't you, Fark you? Tell the truth.
How do you know about his
Say it.
bald head?
Because he told me. He said
He told you about his bald head. Now,
Yes, he did.
I don't know.
Yes, he
That's
did.
in the pants. You know what I'm saying? That's
Ooh.
weird.
Oh, I hope that's not what he was talking about.
Get into the beat. Get into the beat.
Right, Fark you? You were talking about this head, right? Fark you? Fark you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Now he's
Man's
clarifying.
there.
See, that's how you get in trouble, RHETRI.
Right, no Diddy.
No Diddy. There you go.
Yes, we do have the same haircut, says Fark you.
Yes, we do. There you go. See? There it is.
There we go. All right,
All right,
Richie,
we're
I'm gonna
bringing
let you
ourselves.
work your magic.
That's what happens.
Sure
Here.
thing, buddy. All right, guys. So thank you guys for coming out. We got 48 people here so far. I'm sure more people will work their way in here. I ask you guys what I always ask you when you guys come on the show: what games you've been playing, and any movies and TV shows that have caught your interest as of late. I'll start with you, C-Money.
Fortnite out here in
Get
these
it.
Fortnite streets,
Yeah.
slapping people up. It's a beautiful
Yep.
thing.
Same
Yeah,
here,
Fortnite's
brother.
really the main driver right now. Because we had to do a review. Thanks to PAX, got on the ins on some stuff. So we did a review, and then we have another review that we're doing. So it's kind of like just got to play this crap, the thing that you're reviewing. So
Yeah.
so that's what we've been playing. But Fortnite, outside of that, I started Dragon's Dogma, which is awesome, but again, no
It's
time.
a time suck, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Mhm.
Yeah, so we review Duck Paradox, awesome freaking game.
Yes.
And we're on to the next, and that should be coming out soon, the next couple of days. And then we have some other ones lined up, but can't say any names. So when we
Okay.
sneak around, we go ahead and we hit up Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been having a lot of fun in there.
Fortnite's the shit.
Dead Island
Fortnite's
2
so
is
good.
really good as
Dude,
well.
I'm loving this season of Fortnite. Is so good. Like almost all the skins
Really
are good
is.
except for Poseidon. I don't know why the fuck they designed him like Flubber, but whatever.
Yeah, the flubber dude.
I was like, what is going on? Like all the skins are fire except for Poseidon. I was like, all right.
All right. I love that now they're not paying for the licenses, right? Or the for the skins, right? Because they're always talking about how they don't make as much.
We know they're
as
banking
we
on this
think.
season.
Yeah.
So they're definitely banking. Yeah, this
Yeah.
time around. And they're just so freaking dope. I love the characters. I love the skins. And it's like, yo, we've been getting them.
Yeah, and we got that what is it called? What's the Fortnite crew? The crew.
Yes.
So we got Fortnite crew. So we got Ares. He's fire. Yeah, it's really super dope. Super dope.
Yeah, I saw your win posted with King David. I also didn't see my invite either, but I'm not mad.
First of
about
all, it was a very spontaneous situation that took
I know.
place. Okay.
It always is, dude. Especially with King, it's hard to play that game with King. It took me like 6 months to get a game in with that guy, so no worries.
Yeah, it was bad random, but yeah, we had a good time. It was fun. The mic didn't work the first match, so
Yeah,
he
that
like
sounds
called
about
me,
right.
yelling at me, like
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you just ran away. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm still collecting. I need guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, he moves too. Like when I play with him, he's like one of those players who's like constantly moving, and I'm always like chasing. I'm like, dude, I gotta grab some guns. I gotta grab some stuff here. Like he's
Yeah, and I gotta
constantly
like
fucking
manage the
moving.
guns. You know what I'm saying? Like line them up
Yes.
exactly where I want them on my screen.
OCDs gotta be the right.
That's
yeah,
right.
Everything's gotta be in its right place. Yeah,
Order
absolutely.
of operation.
Yeah. So Web Dave, I was just asking these guys what they're playing. They're reviewing a bunch of stuff that they can't talk about right now, and they're playing some Fortnite. But what have you been playing, man?
There's a little game. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. It's called Power World.
Ooh, let's
Still
go.
on the pals. Yeah.
I still like the Power. We had to build and rebuilding bases and stuff, and yeah, a lot of fun. So
Has there been
doing
a lot
that
of
a lot.
updates to it?
Yeah,
what
they
now?
had the raid.
Yeah. They got the
new-
raid down.
Yeah, which I just found out about yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because so they got a raid now, which I'm gonna have to get back onto that game, but it's so hard with everything I've been playing lately. Like I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, been playing Dragon's Dogma, and it's just
Oh, I gotta
it's a
get in
time suck. Like Dragon's Dogma is great. It's my game of the year right now. It's superseded Power World for me personally, but yeah, I know.
What?
I didn't think it was going to happen, man. I certainly didn't think it was going to happen that quickly either. We still got a lot of the year left to go.
Hey,
A
RHETRI,
lot of bangers
Yeah.
to go.
A lot of bangers coming up.
what this is kind of important, but what's the frame rate on Dragon's Dogma?
Doo-doo. Well, it depends on where you're playing, but it's really not great anywhere, if we're being perfectly honest. So it's 30.
But like on the
consoles.
PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, it's 30
can
frames,
tell.
isn't it?
It's a 30.
Oh,
It's a 30.
okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
30 is good.
30,
Got it.
so yeah, so if it, but you say it looks
Yeah.
playable,
I mean,
your game of the
one's
year at 30.
Well, I'm not playing it on those. If
Interesting.
we want to be, I bought it on Steam, so I get those extra frames. But
There you go.
How is it on
it
Steam?
doesn't
I
run
haven't-
good on
I
that
haven't
either,
messed with it.
dude.
No?
It does
Jesus.
not. No, not. And I got a 4070. I got a pretty good CPU and GPU, and it's still the fluctuation. I don't think I've ever seen a game fluctuate in frames as much as I have Dragon's Dogma, to be perfectly honest with you. Anywhere from like 30 to like 110, like that. You know what I mean? Like usually it'll like vary a little bit, but it skips like crazy. Yeah, wild. It's wild, especially in the cities. When you're out in when you're getting away from the city and all the people that are there, it's pretty steady. But it's just a fun game. It's a fun game.
It is. But WebDave,
Mhm.
have they fixed the dungeons for Power World?
Like variety.
Well, let's be
you mean?
Every
specific.
time
Let's
we
be
went
specific.
in,
Every
it
time
will
we went
kick
in
us out.
together.
Yes.
So anytime we
Really?
would go in online, so when we're both in the same world, and then we would go into a dungeon together, it would drop us. We would have to
I would think
reload it,
so.
and then we can go back in.
They're constantly updating and making patches
Yeah,
and fixes.
okay, that's
So
good.
because it's technically still in beta and will be for a while.
For a hot
But yeah,
I was
minute.
so
but-
dope finding the dungeons.
I would try that again for sure because it should work now. If somebody's reported it, they're pretty much on it. There was even a very first one you could actually go in. There's a little trick you could do. I don't know how anybody found this out, where you could actually capture one of the bosses with a rider on it and the power levels and put them in your inventory. So I have all of them. What?
You have all of
So
them.
you- So you can't
You got
do
them
that
all.
now. But they didn't remove them from your inventory if you already had them.
So they took
That's
out the
dope.
ability to capture the people.
the bosses with the bosses on. Yes.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had a few of those. There was a slave.
You should
trade
still
going
have
on
them.
over my.
If you had
I
them,
still.
you should still have them. You just
Okay.
can't add to
Get
them or
anymore.
do
All right. So the
correct.
update's not going to kick them out of my inventory or anything like
As
that.
yet.
All
I mean, maybe in
right.
the final version, I don't know. But for now,
Yeah.
no. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, gosh, it's such a glitch. Anyway,
Are you guys
go ahead.
watching the Halo show?
I
watched. I watched
He
it.
has.
Oh,
I
man,
loved
we
it.
have the last 2 episodes to go. It's so good. This
Oh,
season,
okay.
especially, is insane.
Yeah, we
It's all done,
We
right?
keep
It's all
wanting
done.
to
It's all
do it.
out.
Yeah, it's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
I just
first
got-
2
we just had the
seasons.
last 2. The first ones were amazing.
Yeah.
Loved
Mhm.
it. They killed it. It was beautiful.
What did you guys? I didn't really enjoy season 1. Did you guys like season 1 or?
We did.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
okay.
a Halo whore, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Say it with
There's
your
not-
chest,
there's
baby.
not much.
Own your space. You know what I mean?
Look
there's
over
not
his shoulder.
I was
Huh.
happy. I was happy for my boy Chief getting some ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what I like to see. My boy's out here getting it in. You know what I'm saying? You get it where you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen,
Hey, when you're fighting
I
a
had no
war-
problem with the helmet removal
Yeah.
situation. You know,
I didn't
I'm
either.
not-
That's not
listen,
what bothered me. Yeah.
everybody else who talks about the helmet thing, they're just ridiculous because he's not the Mandalorian. Like he does take off his
agree.
helmet in the Halo universe. We just don't ever see those moments because we're playing the game.
Yep.
But every time
Right.
that they have shown him with the helmet down and he's putting it up with a bunch of people in there, everybody's seen him. So he's not some monster that people are like, like,
Get him
I
away.
know.
you know what I'm saying? But,
I mean, he
Yeah,
takes his
the
helmet
only thing
off,
we
he takes
didn't
his
like-
pants off.
yeah, well, you know what? The dude works out. You know what I'm saying? You got to flex it every once in a while.
Yeah, especially
It's the Chief.
season
Whatever,
2.
man. He gets to do what he
Obviously,
do.
they kept him busy.
Oh, dude. If you didn't watch season 1 because of the helmet, season 2 is gonna really piss you the fuck off. I'm just saying that right now. So if that's the reason you didn't like it, don't watch season 2 because you're gonna be pissed off.
Actually, all season 2 showed me was how much I want Halo to branch out and do
Yeah.
other things outside of just the first person. I'm on the planet. Let's go save the world. I want to be a part of all the other stuff. Like that shit was fire. I loved it.
It was.
Like
Season
basically
2
Mass
was
Effect,
phenomenal.
Halo needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Read what Lord Roughness says, though.
Lord Raptor says season 1 was important to set up season 2. Yeah, that's fair enough.
true.
I just thought the writing was fucking garbage. That's why the writer isn't there anymore, or the showrunner. That's what happens when you get the right people. They got a new showrunner, new writers. All of a sudden, for me, season 2's fucking fire. A lot of people who did not like season 1 really like season 2. I'm just saying. But it's I guess sure. If they were setting
But
it
season
up,
1, they worked on it like years ago, right? Like this was something that they had been working on and kind of just got
season
picked
1
up,
was like worked and reworked and reworked, and I think that might have been the problem. I think they had original ideas, and I think they scrapped a lot of it. I mean, it's like Paramount's best show too. It's their highest rated show, so it was a success. That's a good thing.
They did a great job with the backstory, kind of getting you to connect to the character, and it's just season 2 is kind of just intense. Now you're in it, So it's like a setup into going right into season 2, which is action packed.
Bro,
It
those
is very
scenes of the
action-packed.
betrayal, I wanted to get in there and beat the hell out of that person.
Yeah.
Don't get deep into it,
I'm
baby.
not. I'm
But
just I'm
this
generic.
season
There's a
it was
betrayal.
definitely
There's a betrayal.
difficult
That's
to
all you need
just
to know.
watch
Yeah.
one episode. Like we saw like the first episode, we saw the second episode, and then we're like, okay, all right, let's let him build up at least like 2 episodes at the time so we can not feel cheated out of what's next. Because it's difficult to
Right.
wait a whole week when you're
I
super
think part of
into
not finishing the last 2 is knowing that it's the last 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying? So it's
stretching
like-
it out so you can get closer to
Yeah,
the
like,
next
'cause-
season before.
Yeah, like once you do it, it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
well, whenever the next one comes.
We have to finish it before the 11th though, because there's another show coming.
Fallout, baby. Yes,
And
that's true.
yes,
It looks
yes.
fire.
That's true.
That looks really dope.
Yep.
Welcome out to the over 93 people in the chat. Welcome, everybody.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
you
you
being
guys
here
for being
so
here.
much. And of course, we have our awesome guests, CMoney and Doodle, who are
Thank you.
absolutely amazing content providers. They put out some amazing content in the community, and more shows growing all the time. They did a show this morning bright and early. I watched part of that. It was awesome. And then, of
Thank you
course,
for
last
stopping
night
by.
I watched RHETRI on his show, which was really good.
you.
And they had a
Yeah,
guest
been
on,
there.
last night too, which was cool.
Mhm.
It's just I love seeing the community come together, and all you guys here and hanging out and supporting us too means a lot. And thank you so much. And look, Jigga J dropped us a super
Jigga
chat.
What's up,
Jay.
Jigga J?
This is abuse.
Jigga J with the
There's
$2
abuse.
says, men, mustard.
You forgot the
People's coming all
olives.
day.
Why would you? Why? Why would you
That player,
add more?
That's
Damn, Jay.
our homie.
I
Jigga
can't,
Jay.
I can't seem to take it off the screen. I don't.
It's stuck.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
Just kidding.
There you go.
Okay, look at CMoney. Let me see money.
It's so saucy.
See, did you see my avatar?
Oh my God! Look at this.
Oh, just for
Abused
you,
by-
see.
by both
Just
sides.
for you.
It's an honor of you. What are you talking about?
God damn it!
I love it, man.
See, money. Next time, just put a stack of money over there in honor of C. Put the mustard. I'm digging the mustard.
You got shirts now, right?
We did one, but that was for because community was
Special
asking for it,
edition.
so we said, all right,
Upon request.
we'll do a mustard shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Good on.
Well,
Designed
if you
by
sell a bunch of
Ryu
them.
Art.
You had the last
Yes.
laugh if you sell a bunch, right? There you go.
Exactly. Lean into that shit, man. Just own it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh goodness. Oh, Lotus, thank you so much.
Lotus, what's up,
What's up,
baby?
Lotus?
Feliz domingo. ¿Cómo estás?
Oh my God, Adidas.
Oh my gosh. Here we
Thank you,
go.
guys. Appreciate
Lotus
that.
with the $1 super sticker. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you so much.
Adidas
Glad you're
20
here.
with the $5 says, ES. Oh,
Here comes the
man,
olives.
they're
God
they're
damn it,
getting-
Adidas.
they're getting
Olives.
spicy tonight.
This is what they do to me, bro. Assault.
Oh, love Adidas.
Lotus
man. Good guy.
Esprit. I learned that. I didn't know that before.
Oh, it's a great car.
Yes.
We're learning.
Exactly. If you've seen The Spy Who Loved Me, the James Bond movie, there you go.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what the car was when underwater.
Classic. Yeah.
Exactly. Telling my age. So anyway,
Yes,
You know, so guys, man, we have somewhere over 100 people here now. This is awesome. Welcome everybody. I guess we can kind of get things really going now that we've got
Sure thing.
we're getting a really good base of people in here, and so many other things that are coming up tonight, and we have some good topics. And who knows, we may have some more people jump in later, because I've heard of people who are like, hey man, I want to jump on. So we'll see. Won't make any names unless they decide they want to. All right, so RHETRI, what do you want to go to now?
I guess we could. I mean, we were just kind of talking about the Fallout show, so maybe I don't know if you want to show the little clip, which is in the private chat. It is coming out, I think, Thursday. Is that right? This Thursday, the 11th, I think.
So by the way,
Yeah, sounds right.
we turned on that trailer for Fallout.
Yes.
And that
Just be warned.
that shut down my channel like that. I had to delete the little piece from the show.
Yeah, and it'll probably do it for us too. But what we're gonna do, what I'll do is I'll do it live so everybody can see it, and then I'll just go back in later. You just clip it, and then you still get monetized.
Clip it.
Yeah, just clip it out. So if somebody's watching,
I didn't know that, so I made them clip it, but.
Yeah. You have that where they can automatically clip it for you, remove it. Yeah, and then you're back to monetize. So it's all good to go. But I know exactly what you mean.
In YouTube that'll auto clip it for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
At the end, so once they say, "Hey, you're not going to be able to monetize," and then you say, "Fix the issue," and then it says, "This exact time is the victim. This is the culprit," and then it says, "Auto trim," and you just hit the button.
Yep, and it takes about maybe an hour or so for it to fix itself.
God
but after
forbid
that,
it does take a long time. Advertise. It makes no sense to me that they would even do that. It's so weird.
Well, like I said,
and
so
we
our
didn't have
live
like the
audience
audio
doing
on.
Live. Yeah, even audio on or off, it still does it. We're gonna do it for our audience because we love you guys.
Fuck it.
Exactly. That's the spirit, RHETRI.
Burn the money. We don't give a shit.
Burn the money.
Wow.
Baby.
Burn the money. All right, can you guys see it?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, I love that. All episodes in one shot.
All of
My
them.
goodness,
Someone was
Shaun,
asking us last night. I didn't know. So all of them will be available this week. So that's exciting, man.
Very.
That looks dope.
Dude,
You saw that was the dude from the Flintstones movie.
Which
What was it?
was it?
The old Flintstone movie with John Goodman back in the day.
Yeah, no, I know which. I know. Yeah, but who are you
he's
talking
the
about?
guy with Halle Berry. He's the boss.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, he's one of the
So long since I've
Volpos,
seen
right?
that
The guy
movie.
who was like waving. You talking about that guy who was like waving?
Yeah,
in the
he had
trailer
the
to
gray
Lucy?
hair in the
Yes.
when they did like the cutout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he said Flintstones, I was like, I
love
don't know what the fuck he's
Flintstone
talking
movie.
about.
I don't know why. I remember it forever. So I was like, this guy. He's also in Showgirls
Yes.
with
yeah, you remember
the
that,
girl
didn't
from-
you?
Yes.
Money. Yeah.
I remember both. What do you remember? I literally can't do Flintstones and the other one.
From the Flintstones to Showgirls. Got it.
Very,
Noted.
very
All right,
different
that's
audience,
a
very
big jump.
different thing.
Is
Yes.
Showgirls the one with
Jesse from
Jesse
Saved
from
by the
Saved by the Bell,
Bell.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
naked women.
He's the one
yes,
who
that's
does her in the
one.
pool. I fucking remember this guy. I remember.
I love it. So, are you guys looking forward? Are you guys looking forward to this? Are you Fallout fans? Like, are you fans of the game, or is this more? Are you more interested in the TV show more than the actual games itself, or where do you stand on this? I'll start with you, C-Money.
I mean, I'm a casual fan of Fallout.
Yeah,
Like I'm much more like a Skyrim, Elder Scrolls fan than I am a Fallout. But I enjoy Fallout since part 4. I never played part 3. I didn't play any of that stuff. So Fallout 4 was the one. I played the hell out of it. I did not beat it, but I played a lot of it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the show. I mean, I feel like the story of Fallout, like the way like you live in that world and the way that it plays out, I think that's going to be really well suited for a TV show, and it looks really good. And fucking Xbox owns that shit, so I'm on board.
They
Let's
own
go.
it. Yeah, I like that. Like Todd Howard said what's nice to know, at least if you don't know this behind the scenes, Todd Howard actually rejected multiple scripts from this until he talked to Nolan.
Oh.
So this has been in the works for a very long time, years and years and years in the making, till Todd Howard felt comfortable with someone who was going to actually want to make this, and that's Nolan and his wife. If you guys ever watched Westworld, that's the caliber
Love
of
Westworld.
people. That is the caliber of people that are working on this. It's great writers, great minds, great directors. I think this is going to be a fucking hit. I really do.
Yes.
I think they
so
got the
too.
humor down, kind of like the whole vault dwellers are all idiots and they don't know what the real world is like, and going out there kind of like, Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, kind of out in the real world. I think it's going to be great. Doodle, what about you? What do you think about this show? Does it interest you? Do you think it looks good, or is this
The show
not
looks
for you?
freaking stunning. I'm excited for it. I feel like we've been getting a lot more of the game adaptations, and somehow they just keep on hitting. I feel like this is gonna be one of those. And kudos to freaking Prime, right? To finally have
Dude,
something
Prime.
in their hands that seems to be huge. I mean,
Yep.
they've tried.
I mean, they've had good stuff, but I
don't
think
forget
they
The
were relatively
Boys.
unknown
The Boys
stuff.
great.
Yeah.
Well, The Boys, yes.
The Boys
So
is
The
probably
Boys was
their breakout hit. And that's what
Yeah.
this kind of reminds me of a
They did
little bit.
The Lord of the Rings, I don't think hit the way that they thought.
No,
No,
you're right.
and they spent you're right,
Yes,
Doodle.
a
And they
lot
spent
of freaking money
ton
went
of
into
money.
that.
I will say the Lord of the Rings looks amazing. Like aesthetically, it's beautiful as fuck, the show, but
You are right.
it didn't I don't know. I watched it. I didn't love it. It was okay. It was okay, but
Yes, there was nothing
that
that felt like, oh my gosh, I need to continue to watch this.
I mean, did we
There's so much
watch
available,
past
though.
did we skip past the first episode?
You fell asleep,
Mm.
and I
There you
think
go.
I got close to maybe finishing the episode. Maybe I stopped it because you knocked out. I mean, when a show becomes a lullaby, at that point you're like, well, do I invest more time into it, or
Thanks.
keep it moving? But
One-
this one,
one
I
ring
felt
to
it just
nap
was
them all.
special.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife was
give me
falling asleep
time.
too. She's like, "Is this boring to you?" And I'm like, "Kinda, a little bit."
Hey,
Like, I didn't
big
want to
shout
admit it.
out
I wanted
to-
it to be good, but
Big shout out to
yeah.
Doom Cutie, and she has a good question on this topic. And Reggie, I'll let you read that out. Welcome, Doom Cutie.
I hadn't heard this. I guess I've been ducking the internet. But Doom is asking, how does the panel feel about the backlash about the show being woke for having a female lead? I didn't realize this was happening. Personally,
I
I
didn't
can tell
either.
you, I absolutely love the lead. I watched her in Yellow Jackets. I love that show. So when I heard it was her, I was like, oh, that's a good pick as a lead. And it's got Walton Goggins. I was sold. I love
There
that
you
guy. So for me, honestly, I don't know. I honestly, did you guys hear about any backlash for this? I didn't hear any of this, to be perfectly honest.
No.
with
I
you.
haven't, but I mean,
I think there's certain circles that like kind of spin that same narrative all the
Right.
time.
Yeah. Anytime there's a
So-
female lead, those same guys are gonna
Yes.
drum shit
So
up
if you're
every
like-
time.
If you're even remotely connected to that circle, like I'm not
You gotta see
suggesting
it.
that Doom Cutie's in that circle. I feel like
Oh, no.
maybe she's just seeing the circle spin out to get her. Like I don't pay attention. Like I have 4 daughters. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
never
it's
going to be
that-
woke for me
that
for a
is-
girl
yeah.
to become a lead. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's-
women are amazing. We wouldn't be
Yeah,
here without
I
them.
mean,
so there you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
True,
Facts.
exactly.
So that whole narrative just doesn't mean anything to me. And honestly, the word woke at this point has completely.
I don't even know what it means anymore.
It
means
doesn't
so
even
many
matter
things to
because
so
it's a
many different
weapon
people I
now.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It's a
before,
weapon.
Yeah, it's been
Word.
weaponized.
yeah, before it was
Fucking
something,
annoying.
and the people who weaponized it are the people who didn't like what it meant, right? So the people who didn't like what it stood for
Yeah,
took
changed
it
the
and
narrative,
used it
right?
as a look, they're woke, right? As opposed to
Yeah.
being woke, what it signified in the beginning was that you were just aware of what's going on, right? You're aware that the world wasn't as rosy
Equal,
for certain people
right?
as it was for
Yeah.
other people, right? But then now it's all about just using the word for everything, and now they're attaching it to video games and companies that work for video games, and it's like, you know what? I don't have any interest. That's not my the place where I like to be, you know? Gaming
Yeah.
and that's it.
People love to bitch and complain.
They do. I honestly, like, we didn't. I think a lot of people thought like we were ducking that conversation. I wasn't. I just don't give a fuck because you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with representation. Like, it's fine. Like, it doesn't register for me. So I don't want to give that conversation energy because, man,
That's
some
really
people
more of what
some
it
people
is.
are creating their entire fucking identity in channels all around Sweet Baby Inc. and all this shit. And I'm like, I'm fucking over it, bro. Like it's fine.
It's really just like it's
a non-issue
concern
for me.
I mean, it's just people, right? Because obviously she got the lead, right? So she don't give a fuck. She
There
got
you
the
go.
job, right?
Yeah.
So like the conversation around it is not changing what's gonna happen, right? Because at the end of the day, they still have to contest with everything else they got going on. And
It just shows
What happens
character
when you
who
try to
they
cancel
are by
shit?
going ahead
Right.
and kicking and screaming about this situation. Like, come on.
Exactly. Doodle. Well, you know what happens when when cancel culture tries to come out, right? They always fucking lose. They never win. Hogwarts Legacy is a perfect example of that. When you bitch about something, it usually becomes more successful. So what these idiots don't understand is they're putting a spotlight on it, and just more people will buy into it. There'll be more diversity. Whatever you don't like about it, the more of that will happen. You're not going to win this war. Good luck with that. But yeah,
I love it.
For me, it's a Reddit. Oh, definitely. That's why I do. I don't mess with Reddit too much. It's a cesspool.
And she did put the link in the chat if anybody wants to dig in on that on their own time. They definitely can. But I appreciate the Doom Cutie bringing that to our attention because you know it's you know obviously you know she has an amazing show herself, which highlights the amazing contribution that women bring to gaming, and I think it's absolutely awesome. Her show is great. Her interviews are great. And she's a big part of this gaming community that we all love so much, and so anything that you know that she can bring up to clarify that or to bring light on the subject, I definitely support it in any way. And she's
that comment over there. You got to read it.
Which one?
Which one?
The comment. Her comment. It's priceless.
Okay.
I love
this. Oh yeah. It says, I think this is a response from people who haven't played the game or ever touched a woman. Yeah. You know.
And all I can say when I play my games, like I play my women, I'm hands on. So you know.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway. Oh look, our viewership started going down. Oh. Anyway, hi, welcome to the 126 people. RHETRI, where we going with this conversation? Where we going now, buddy?
I don't know where we're going. You spun me out over here. No, we're good. I guess we can move on to talk about Sarah Bond, Xbox president Sarah Bond. It's so nice saying Xbox president. See, I love Sarah.
Right?
We
Sarah's amazing.
Diversity. Let's go. Has set up a new team dedicated to game preservation and forward compatibility. The backward compatibility program will continue to future Xbox hardware. So it's not going anywhere. Which is great. Per emails received by Windows Central. So this is Windows Central. Shout out to Jez and all the people, fine folks over there who write these great articles. Confirmed by Microsoft as being genuine. So this is not bullshit. Xbox President Sarah Bond recently briefed her team on various topics. In the email, Sarah Bond reiterated Microsoft's plans to build new Xbox hardware focused on delivering the biggest technical leap ever in a generation. And we'll probably talk about that and what the hell that means and what that means maybe to you guys. Sarah Bond also revealed that Microsoft has set up a dedicated team to future-proof our digital Xbox game libraries across future hardware paradigms to further build on Xbox's strong history of delivering backward compatibility. Additionally, it was revealed that Xbox has become Diablo 4's most prominent platform since the game's inclusion into Xbox Game Pass. But I guess we could start off talking about game preservation, backwards compatibility, and it feels like forward future hardware compatibility. I'll start with you, CMoney. What do you think about all this? I got to be honest with you. Personally, I expected this. Like, this wasn't a shock to me. They've been doing it for so long. I just assumed they were going to continue to do it. But I guess it is nice to hear from the horse's mouth that this is continuing and it's going to go forward. But what's your 2 cents about at least the forward compatibility and backwards compatibility? Sounds like backwards compatibility is coming back too, so that's a good thing. But what's your 2 cents about this, man?
For sure. So yeah, I mean, this is basically what we talked about earlier in our show today. I think the biggest thing for me is supposedly, remember, obviously they know we're gonna see these emails and shit, but supposedly it wasn't out for us, right? So they're communicating to the team.
Sure.
And I think what she's trying to communicate to the team is the fact that the next gen console is going to be such a huge technological leap over what has been done in the past, over these consoles plus the previous gen consoles, right? Like it's even further removed from those. So what essentially I took from it is that they're making sure that there's people right now who are just gonna make sure no matter what happens, all of those games that we can currently play can still be played on the future generation and everything going forward, right? And generations beyond that, right? So it just, I guess it's just them sitting there trying to let them all know that even though this is going to be a crazy different system and it's going to be AI and machine learning and all this stuff, all that stuff is still going to carry forward. And just like you said, like I completely believe that this was it. I mean, they've told us multiple times, right? Like Phil has said, like this is just the way forward. But again, it's good to hear it. It's good to be reminded that at the end of the day, we don't have to worry about that. And honestly, it's a very real worry for PlayStation players and what they have going on, because it wasn't so cut and dry going from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Yeah, and I mean, I feel like the other thing that they're going to probably be doing is you kind of said like the backup pad team is back, right? I feel like now with what they have going forward, they're going to be able to do so much more with the AI to go ahead and get into the backup pad process, right? And for good point. What I feel is they're going to be able to do even more to these games. Specifically, I think one of the big things that they're going to implement is ray tracing or path tracing, right? They're going to figure out a way how to have the AI do that, right? Calculate it, put it right into your games, almost like the auto HDR, right? So I feel like there's a lot of little things that this is going to mean for Xbox in the future for their consoles. But again, when you just think about what they have coming, I honestly think that this is really dope news to hear that is going, and it's also reconfirming how big of a difference is going to be for that next gen. Like how, like we heard it at the official podcast, but the fact that they're like reiterating the fact that no, we need people working on this now, because the shit that we're working on is going to be so crazy that it's not going to be a quick flip. It's not just, oh, we're all x86 now, so it's just going to work going forward. I don't think that that's the case. I think they're doing a big push that's going to really change things, and it's going to require the team to kind of make sure it works.
Well, they're going to have the biggest games in the world, right? Are going to be on Xbox. And listen, this you both said something. You said this is something we expected, right? But the thing is it appreciated? This is something that needs to be talked about, because to put together a team to start working on this, that takes time, energy, it takes money, right? And it's something that we kind of grow to expect of Xbox to go ahead and kind of do the right thing. You guys come through with things, and it's not necessarily spotlighted, right?
It's not.
And
You're absolutely right.
The other side get screwed over so often, right? And I feel like it's very
those $10
easy to
upgrades,
complain.
right? We get all this shit for free. We take it for granted. We don't pay for any of this bullshit $10 upgrades for visual anything. We just get boosts. We just get resolution bumps. We just get it. You know what I mean?
And it's very easy to complain about any little thing that kind of doesn't align with what we thought, even if it's the smallest thing, to go ahead and make a big deal out of. Well, let's make a big deal out of this, right? They're going ahead and they're doing this. And again, they don't have to do it. And it's a testament to the fact that, we invest money on the games, and they're trying to do right by us by giving us the best version of those old games with the new generation. And I mean, come on, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this might have been to quash. I've been seeing a lot. I mean, it's Twitter. It's its own thing. It's not the mass majority, but I have been seeing a narrative going on Twitter of people talking about leaving the Xbox ecosystem because they're afraid of their digital libraries, specifically about digital libraries. Like, if the future consoles don't exist, which they already told us they will, like, I'm worried that all my stuff's going away. So I feel like this might have been like, for all you doubters out there, all you haters that are saying, like, I'm going to switch.
Doubters? Is that what you think?
Switch to what?
More
where
like
they
all
going,
you
Reggie?
bitch ass
Explain it to
ponies
me.
who won't shut up about the stupidest shit. Here is your response. That's what I heard when I saw that.
I've been seeing it from, but you know what? I've been seeing it from straight up Xbox people. Like,
Yeah,
that's what
but
surprised
are they straight
me.
up Xbox people? Or are they
maybe not.
half breeds? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's the world that we live in, man. Yeah, call
Like
it
a
a buck.
centaur, like half and half. Yeah, I don't know.
Pony
You could
slash
listen,
jackass.
you could be right, see, buddy.
There you go.
Oh man,
Yo,
Dave.
this is what it is, man.
Hey,
This is what, and you
hey.
gotta remember, man, like, what's crazy, you just know it's disingenuous, right? That's why I gotta just call it what it is, right? It's disingenuous of them to say that because, number one, Xbox is Microsoft is a $3 trillion company.
Yeah.
Don't come at me talking about you think I'm not safe with Xbox consoles coming out, and then what, you think you're safe with fucking PlayStation who lives on Brokeback Mountain?
Exactly.
These
Where are they gonna
motherfuckers got
go?
shit coming for
Where
them.
are they going to go? And what games are they going to play over there? Come on.
Come on, man.
like the
Like, don't
Brokeback
bring that
Mountain.
shit here. You know exactly what's going on here.
It's called a tantrum, CMoney. It's a tantrum for
Yeah.
attention, period.
Facts.
That little impression lisp on there.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why.
Like
That's
one
what I
of the
hear.
J's there,
That's all.
didn't it? Just saying.
That's what I hear.
Ooh.
That's what I hear.
No, you're right. Hilarious. Absolutely. Dude, they just they need to wake the fuck up. The thing is, they're so scared. I mean, you can tell every time another one of these shows or mooch and crap. Sorry guys, but when you guys start crying and bitching about this and that, and it's like, guys, we can see exactly what you're doing. And they're covering up. They're scared, man. Fucking shitless that their brand is dying, and that's exactly what is happening. PlayStation is not going to be the same PlayStation a year from now. I guarantee it. No, there's going to be some, especially with who's in charge now. And now that he's officially said
matter all of a sudden.
He is not going to release the reins, and they're just going to pop a figurehead in there, like they talked about.
Hiroki's my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love Hiroki.
I do too. I can't. I'm glad he is there to shake shit up and make. Well, honestly, I cannot fucking wait till PC day and date comes for them. The tears, the salt.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna love it. I can't fucking wait. Looking forward to
that. The company that wanted to keep things to themselves away from Xbox, now they're saying that they want their games everywhere because they're that broke. Isn't that funny?
We told you. You didn't fucking listen. We've been saying it for years, Doodle. We've been telling you it's not an if, it's a fucking when. It's the same people. It's Sweet Baby Inc. It's the same damn people. They can't stand change. They don't like it. They don't adapt, so they will die. You got to see that. If you can't see the future, that's on you. I think what Microsoft is doing, I think they're going in the right direction. Like, I don't see any problems with anything that they're doing right now. And I'm not coping. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. I get to still play those games. I still kick an ass on Game Pass. They're spending $1 billion every year on it. Like, why would you leave the system now in its greatest time of all time?
They're not going anywhere.
What? Yeah, I think some of these guys are full of shit. I think you're right. I think they're liars.
Of course.
I tell you one thing. One thing that stands out to me, and I'm saying this, and anybody wants to clip, look what time it is. It's the 51 mark. That you can clip this. Starfield is never coming to PlayStation 5. Suck a dick. Sorry to tell you that, but it's never going to happen. So,
That's
because if
what
you
I'm
think it
talking about.
is, you're fucking stupid. Sorry.
Facts.
Let's
Facts.
go.
Bars.
So anyway,
Bars.
but I'm sorry. Did I got some on show? Oops.
Yes, you
We
did.
do have a
That's
member
fine.
chat real quick. Let's throw that up here. From Spark.
Spark661, member for 4 months. Appreciate you, man. The Queen Sarah Bond, she will allow these port banging ponies to convert and bend the knee. Let the red carpet roll out for her on that green stage. Absolutely, man.
And while they're on
Absolutely
their
smart.
knees. Anyway, what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, they're already down there. This is where they live. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just in the right place. That's all.
Yeah.
Exactly. RHETRI, I put in the private chat if you want to just go through it. It's actually 2 or 3 pages, so you don't have to. You just maybe skip around. But some of the titles that are up for backwards compatibility from Activision alone.
Oh yes,
is in fucking sane that some of these that may be coming our way.
My God. Yeah. 007 Legends, Ace of the Galaxy, Angry Birds, Star Wars. I forgot that was a thing. Angry Birds Trilogy, Assault Heroes. Let's see. Band Hero. Let's see. Oh my God, this list is
Blur.
huge.
A lot of the Cabela games.
Blur, baby. I am so... Yeah. Oh my God. How many Cabela's games are there? Jesus Christ. There's like 30 of them in here.
I love that shit.
All the Call of Duties, obviously. This is why, let's be honest, this is why Back Compat is back because of ABK. Let's not get it fucking twisted. Which it should be. It makes sense when they brought the servers back on, a bunch of us jumped onto the old CODs. I did, a bunch of other people did. Some of them fucking bought the old CODs just for that when the servers came back on. Right. Yeah, so we got Call of Duty, Deadpool, Jesus crows, DJ Heroes, of course.
Duck Dynasty, heck yeah.
Duck Dynasty, that's why I was just cracking up. I was laughing. Ghostbusters, Guitar Hero. It just keeps going. This is page 1, bro.
Yeah, let's go to page 2. Just to add some more fuel to the fire.
Gun, remember Gun? That was a great game.
Gun was great.
Yeah, Gun was sick, dude. Jurassic the Hunted. Let's see what else. Marvel
Read all those
Ultimate
Marvel
Alliance. Yeah. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, great games. Let's see, Men in Black, Alien Crisis. I don't remember that one.
Monster Jam.
Prototype's got to be that's my jam. That is my number one.
Money's been waiting.
Prototype is absolutely number 1 for me. Quantum of Solace, that's a good one.
Soldier of Fortune, that was a good.
Yeah, Soldier of Fortune. You got
and look at how many Spider-Man games there were.
Skylanders, yeah.
Yes, Skylanders, baby.
Skylanders was so good.
Yes.
SpongeBob up in here. Spyro, get the Spyro trilogy,
Turtles.
of course. Jesus. Legend of Korra. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh, that's a Fortnite right now.
Tony Hawk. Bunch of Tony Hawks. Transformers. Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude,
Activision used to make or
Exactly.
at least publish so many games.
a lot. Wipeout.
Right,
Remember the
Vigilante
Wipeout
8,
games?
remember that?
Wolfenstein, of course. Yeah. World Series of Poker. The X-Men
X-Men
games. X-Men Origins.
Origins.
X-Men
Somebody's
Origins.
going to the list.
Fucking bring that back, dude.
Man.
Even if
Compat, baby.
4 or 5 of these come on the list. Well,
That's
the
what I'm
hell, it's
saying.
awesome.
Like, that's what I'm wanting.
Yeah.
I'm still dying to know if how they're gonna do this. Like if it's gonna be like a sprinkle here and there, and they'll add more. I mean, that's what I would do. This is an incredible, crazy list, and we only talked about 1/10 of it, right? So if you were to bring up even half of these, like that is years of content that you could drip feed to the Xbox community. Because you cannot give us like 50 games at one whack because
Well,
It has to be gradually.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Didn't they do like 20 at a time for Bethesda?
Yeah,
Yep.
they
Like
tried. Yeah, it was like 20, 22 games or something like that, where they dumped like a week or two later, which I don't know if they would do that anymore. I mean, they have the numbers, right? So they'll know what game succeeded over there, and maybe if that was a good or a bad idea. I'm guessing they probably think it was probably not the best idea to do that. I'm curious to see what they do.
I think the Back Compat team is going to come back strong with when they show it. So it seems like they're holding off to the summer showcase to show us what they're working on. Because even Jez mentions it in that article. he says when you look at the part where they're talking about the future proof and all that stuff, he makes a note underneath that says, and his sources say they're going to be waiting to the summer showcase to show what that looks like or what that
The
means.
summer
Which,
showcase is going to be
yeah,
wild.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think they're going to show it. And I heard that Call of Duty is one of the biggest reasons why this is all held up, because they want to do everything to the old Call of Duties, that they want to do the up-res, they want to do the frame rate boosts, they want to do the auto HDR and whatever else they're working on. So
you think that'll
it's
be
gonna be
announced?
crazy.
The backwards compat for some of the Call of Duty stuff will be announced before the June showcase or at
No,
the June
at the
showcase?
June, at the June
Okay.
showcase.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what
at
I
the
that's what
show,
I expect as well.
they're going to show the what they're doing with back compat and
Yeah.
with Activision and all that fun stuff. It's going to be crazy.
So
It
many
is,
damn
it
games,
is.
dude.
And just think of the future, though, that this year there is no marketing for PlayStation and
Yep.
Call of Duty.
That's the
And all
that's
the boxes,
that's the
every
knife in the back.
fucking box can have Call of Duty on the cover saying,
Bro,
boom, get it
they're
here.
going to do
Rightfully
a
so.
Series S,
Listen,
bro.
Mm-hmm.
$199.
they paid for it.
There
They
you go.
paid for it.
There you go. Maybe even like a special, like a big, artwork or something on it. That would be
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
They're putting it on the
Absolutely.
box.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
those things are going to
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're
then
gonna
and then 3 months of Game Pass included with a big thing saying, and play all the Call of Duties ever made
Yes.
right there as well. Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Mhm.
100%.
Exciting
I'm sorry.
times, man.
PlayStation
Exciting
One.
times.
Oh, sorry. Am I supposed to laugh at that?
What about the what about on the hardware side, guys? Like, what do you think? We know that there's been rumors about the handheld. Do you think the handheld itself is part of what Sarah said when it as regards to the biggest technical leap?
Technological leap.
Yeah, technological leap. Do you think that is part of the handheld discussion, or do you think it's something else? Like, do you think it's another hardware piece, or do you think it's actually the handheld itself when she's talking about that?
I don't think that, because Switch already exists, right? So the idea of having a handheld that's also the console, I don't think that's it. I just think that when she says the biggest technological leap, I think she's referring to all the technology they're putting into this thing. Again, AI. Remember, Microsoft
That's
is
what I'm thinking, too.
100% all
They're in, dude. Yeah.
Like, this is it. They're going to make AI another pillar of
The
of
power of the
Microsoft.
box is what she's referring to, rather than something completely new. And you are correct when you
That's
think
what I
about
think,
that.
too.
Yes, the Switch exists, and we have other handhelds. And I mean, exciting though. I cannot wait, because we've been like asking for this, right? See,
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, need that handheld in life, baby.
Me too.
And now I thought initially when I first heard during the podcast, the Xbox podcast, about the fun, the exciting thing or whatever this holiday, I was like, what would it be, right? I didn't think that they would do the handheld now, because the handheld is going to come out in a
I
couple
didn't either.
years with the main system. But now,
I'm
after
debating that. Let's talk about that. See, because do you think it might?
yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility it comes out this year, or at least before? The rumor was 2026, right? That's what we
Yep.
were all kind of told. Do you
Yes.
think? Do you think that's still
So,
the case?
yes.
Because I
So this
don't
is the
know if I
thing.
do.
So Hargeet was on the show.
he's a part of our night shift
Yeah,
panel.
Right.
in the last
He's
episode, we were talking
amazing.
about it.
He
Yeah, he's
is.
dope.
We love him.
And we were talking about it, and he kind of blew my mind with the idea that they're not gonna want to just pop their cherry on the next gen hardware, right? Like, you don't want to come out with the handheld and your whole Switch type device, never having actually made your own handheld. So that handheld is going to be the power of the other, of the main system and all that fun stuff. What better way to, number one, build excitement, but number two, take advantage of what you already have and you get to learn from it, than to drop a handheld now, the rumored one, before we thought about it being part of the next gen, which is basically a Series S in your hands,
Yeah.
right? do the Series S version of a handheld. You get your feet wet, right? You still got 2 years before your next console's coming out. So you get a lot of data from that. You get to
A
see
lot
how
of
people
feedback.
use it,
Yes.
tons of feedback. And then you go strong into next gen when you could be like, oh, you thought that was great. Well, boom, look at this. And it's like, oh man, you know, that's what I'm feeling. So I think that because right now handhelds are so hot, right? Like right this second, handhelds are all the rave, right? So I don't think you want to wait till, remember, PlayStation has like a rumor, supposedly one that they're working on that's an actual handheld, supposedly. So, and I say actual WebDave, right? I don't know what you bought. You bought a screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
You know what
what
I'm saying?
Dave. I don't know what happened there.
Moments of weakness.
I tried to get him not to do it, but
All right, look.
he
So
was
my
committed.
kids were playing the TV a lot. No, it didn't work. My wife was playing the TV a lot, so I had to be able to play my game and sitting here with her. And
It's fine,
What
Dave.
happened
It's fine. We'll
was-
forgive you. We
what
all listen.
happened?
We're human. We all make mistakes. Just don't ever do it again.
yes, sir.
ever again.
No, so I think you just get in now, right? While the talk is hot right now. You go into holiday with a $199 Series S and then like a $300 handheld. You got
Who you think it's gonna be that low? You think a handheld?
for
You
the
think the
Series
handheld?
S? Yeah, I mean, you figure if they could do $199 on the Series S, right? For Black Friday,
Yeah.
that's the whole system, right? You have to add a screen, right? That's it, and then some buttons. That's the extra $100. I can see it. You're good.
Ooh,
The handheld needs
300.
to come
Damn.
correct.
That's
Yeah, because I think
I
they're
like
gonna
that
try
price.
to keep in that. You know, if they're gonna bring the handheld, you want to compete with Nintendo, right? Right there at that moment. So you got to be in that ballpark. You don't want to start messing with ROG Ally prices or Steam Deck prices, even because Steam Deck you can get for $399.
I didn't think that. I guess I mean I talked to Hargeet too and a bunch of other people about this. We all landed on 500, but. And I agree with you. I don't think you can do 700 because that was also mentioned as well, was competing with like Steam Deck, and I don't think that's too high. That's too high. But man, I mean, some people did say 300 too. I didn't think it would ever go that low. It depends on what you do, right? Depends on battery, depends on OLED, depends on a lot of things, really. How powerful it actually is, what chips are inside it. Like, there's too many question marks here.
Well, but remember, that's not the handheld that's coming with the other one. We're talking about just a series, just the starter version.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
you're
next
talking
gen,
about two
charge me what
SKUs,
you want.
two handhelds,
Charge me what you
an
need.
early one.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. The handheld will be part of the next gen console. That's the one that we heard that's going to be
The
The
hybrid.
you have
technological leap.
the hybrid or just the console that sits there, right?
Okay.
So that one, sure, that one's going to be big money. But this one here, I think this is just going to be your same,
Dip your toes.
low price
Yeah.
entry, and even then
Okay.
you still have a low price handheld going into next gen. So if people don't want to spend the money on upgrading, remember all this stuff is going to be forward proof, right? So your handhelds, the Series S is still going to rock for a while, right?
Do you think they would do that though? Like have a handheld and then like a 2-year gap between two handhelds though? Doesn't
that's
seem...
what I thought initially, but
so
after
torn on
talking
this.
to Hargeet, he said popping the cherry now makes more sense, right? You have
I do
the
agree
hardware
with that.
that's very stable, right? Like you already have the Series S that's already proven out. So all the tech you have there already works, and it's been years. So they've already, they're able to get, things situated better there. So the margins are lower, even though they're not crazy lower, they're still like lower, right? You still are, you have better margins right now. And then again, if you can sell the Series S for $199 for another $100 at their scale, that gives you your screen, that gives you your the Wi-Fi antenna is already part of that.
We know PlayStation counts their handhelds as actual system sales.
Yeah, we also know that's bullshit.
This would be a new way. Yes, it is 100%, but it is a new way to go ahead and kind of pull people in and say, all right, well, maybe the handheld, this one that actually works when I step away.
Facts.
This would be it with Game Pass in it.
100%. Yeah, they can't do it PlayStation. It's got to be native, 100%.
Now weren't they trying to? What was the team that the team this was the Surface team is working on this as well? So I mean, they can put out some powerful devices, and if they can combine both, it'll take basically the Xbox Series S, but an adaptive screen and a long battery life, at least 3 hours on it,
Yeah.
and make it the controller comfortable feel in the device all at once. Then, I mean, they definitely have the experience to do that. They have the team in place
Facts.
to do it. And my God,
Facts.
it's going to be
Sign me up.
a major.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got to be, like you said, native. It's got to be where you can actually download your own game. Like,
Has to be.
so I've got, was it the Hogwarts? If I wanted to play my digital copy of Hogwarts that I bought, I could download it to my handheld and play it on the fly without having to be connected or anything. Once it's there, that's what it needs to have. So hopefully they do that.
They will. They've already seen the mockery that is that PlayStation chip thing that came out. So I think they're very aware of it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think they know what to, I mean, this is the thing about Phil. Like you hear his interviews that he does. He doesn't do anything by mistake. Okay. When he talks about shit, it's because it's
all
happening,
calculated.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows what's going on. The same way back when he talked about Helldivers 2, right? You think he's going to talk about Helldivers 2 if that's not something that they're working on getting over or trying to make happen? 100% it is. He talked about the handhelds. He talked about the handhelds that are out right now, which if you remember his last interview before that, he was like, no, this is good enough. Like why is this not an Xbox handheld? And then he was like, this time he's like, well, I'll tell you why it's not a handheld. That's for Xbox.
Went through the list of reasons.
You gotta do this. Like, it's not the same. So you could tell this is what he wants. He wouldn't be talking about handhelds if there was no handheld in sight, because it'll be stupid, right? Like, we would just be like, why are you talking about handhelds, bro, if you have no plan of doing it right now? Like, it's too far to worry about that.
I'm a double down on that. So you're saying he wouldn't talk about that unless something was happening, which I agree with. He also talked about Steam and the open storefronts.
Facts.
I don't think someone in his position talks about that unless he's at least trying really fucking hard to make sure that is happening. Because
honestly, I gotta tell you, I don't think it's that hard.
You just don't do that, and it's not. It's not.
No,
People
I
out
think
here claiming like
part
it's
of the situation
like this
wants
mountain to climb. Yeah. Long as money can get exchanged from Gabe to Phil and back and forth and Epic Store, no one gives a shit. If there's money to be made by all storefronts, they will do it. And we know Epic will sure as shit do it because they're trying to get back in with Apple, who's basically, the big bad right now. They're getting back their store where they've been fighting with Apple forever. At the end of the day, Epic wants money.
Store, right?
Yeah, they're going to do their own store. I don't know exactly how that's working out because Apple's still going to fuck them in the back end with fines and fees. If you guys understand how this is happening, Apple's just finding another way around to screw you outside of the 30% cut up to 27%, just using their lawyers and some back. Another country's already done this, and they got 27% fee versus 30. They say fucking 3%. That was it. So, but I think Epic is so desperate to get that money back from Apple that they don't give a shit at this point. They're just willing to do whatever. And that's my same argument for Steam and for these storefronts to be on an everything device. Whether that's the new one, that's kind of that thing that you're talking about, CMoney this year, most likely the 2026 one.
Yes, that
sounds more likely because this is gonna take a while for these things to happen, and these deals could literally take a year or two to really get finalized. There's a lot behind the scenes, a lot of money exchange going on. That's a big deal if that happens.
Listen, Microsoft has the money to make whatever they want happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the beauty here. If they want it, they could make it happen. It's just how many zeros they got to add to that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just what it is.
How often has Microsoft and under Xbox? How often have they changed the paradigm of the industry? Multiple fucking times, and people keep doubting them
since the beginning.
That's what they've done since day one, and people keep doubting them. And this is going to be one of their biggest, if not the biggest, they've ever done. If they can pull this off, it's going to change.
Well, they're not in a
everything.
position anymore where they will hold back because people are kicking and screaming.
Yes.
That's not who they are anymore.
Listen, I'm telling you, Dave, that I made a fucking conspiracy video months ago about this shit, saying about open storefronts, about how I think Xbox is sharing these games now for the long run for another reason. And that is for open storefronts, and that is to make money everywhere. They want to be more like Tencent. That software is where it's at. Right? The hardware, I don't think, is going anywhere. Xbox is never going to say bye to 40, 50, 60 million people. They're just not going to. That's stupid. That's suicide for the gaming division. It makes zero sense. So I think all those people who are worried about Xbox hardware, they're not going anywhere.
There's nothing to worry about. They're always thinking bigger picture. Remember when they were trying to close that ABK deal? Everybody were upset about, it's just Call of Duty. They can only look at the short term. They're trying to get into the mobile industry, and that was their path and their way in. And so they're always thinking bigger and better and more than the eye can see. And so that's why they're ahead, and they're always coming up with new ways. And this just happens to be the team that's not going to go ahead and take the bullshit and back off when they have a plan in play.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Agreed.
I think
it's gonna be a great time, man.
Dude, I think the future looks brighter than ever if you're in this ecosystem.
You're
like I don't
Xbox for sure,
dude.
Yeah,
like you can literally play.
It's crazy because it's like literally
everywhere.
The complete opposite on the other side, where the future looks so bleak.
So bleak.
Like
it
looks so like honestly.
PC. That's why they also open up VR to PC. Those are desperation moves.
You're right.
Those are not stability moves. That is desperation.
Exactly. That wasn't money moves. That wasn't strong moves. That wasn't them saying, you know what? We're so big dog. We're going to do this.
That was surrendering, going in there and going, why do our margins fucking suck? Right.
Yes, their margins
He's going, why do our margins fucking suck? Why aren't we on PC? Why aren't we doing this? I don't know. It makes no fucking sense. You should have been there. You should have done what Microsoft did years. And again, Microsoft paving the way years ahead of everyone else. It's stupid when Microsoft does it until PlayStation does it, and then it's acceptable, right?
It's genius when they do it.
It's absolutely pure genius.
RHETRI, what's the game that they just came out with that everybody's playing?
Nothing.
No. Well, no. There's one. It's a multiplayer online game that a lot of people are playing.
Helldivers?
Helldivers 2. That apparently is really doing great on Steam, and not so great anymore on PlayStation as it was. Its numbers have really dropped down. But Helldivers, thanks guys, appreciate that. So I was actually gotta be sarcastic, but but the point is like, it made a lot of money on Steam. So you think they're not going to release every single game coming out in the future, day and date on PC?
The numbers, they literally have the numbers now to show you how it works.
Is a game at this point.
Exactly.
If they did not release on PC, Helldivers would have just came
and went. Bye-bye.
Went. Gone.
Yep.
Just like it actually did on PlayStation. Like that's just that is the reality of what took place. It's just the PC dudes who took that game and said, all right, we're gonna play it. You know how you know? Show me one number
active
that
users
PlayStation has given us.
Yeah.
When did PlayStation come out and tell us, wow, you know what? The console did 5 million, Steam did 7 million. So look at us doing great things. No, they didn't give us any numbers.
Studio that made Helldivers isn't owned by Sony. Let's be clear. It's a licensing deal to work with.
They do own the IP though, right? Correct?
They do own the IP.
That
is correct.
Right.
Not the people.
Correct.
Right. So there's a whole argument about second party, third party, first party bullshit. I don't even know what to call it anymore.
It's not first party, no matter how you cut it. But that being said, that's like saying contraband is first party. It's not. So they went ahead and they released Helldivers 2. Again, did pretty good on PC, but even then, remember it's $40 game, right? So it's not like if they sold it at $70 a clip, right? So it's almost half of the value per the sales.
They might have learned
so
2 lessons here. Make games cheaper, you fucks.
yeah, right. But they also had all these other Final Fantasy Rebirth, supposedly exclusive.
Yeah.
Nothing. What was the other one that they came out? Rise of the Ronin. Ooh,
Rise of the
whoa, so
Ronin.
exciting. Nothing. What wasn't there another one? I can't even keep up with how whack these games are.
I know you're not talking Foam Stars.
Home Stars disappeared. Nothing.
Did that even happen?
We couldn't think of it. We couldn't think of it because fucking no one remembers it. That's why.
Exactly.
They haven't talked about those numbers. I can hardly wait to see what those numbers are for PlayStation Home Stars.
Dude, they have released no number. The only numbers they released this year were on Spider-Man 2 from last year that took them 4 months to get to 10 million, which
is like, pathetic.
For a small
honestly.
crap game, that's one thing. But Spider-Man? Spider-Man is the biggest game you're ever going to have, bro.
If you can't sell Spider-Man, what can you sell? And that's the reality. The problem is right now that their narrative of we have more boxes out there no longer works, right? Because the games are just not selling anymore. So I can't imagine anybody trying to hop in and have some type of deal with PlayStation. This is where things go to die. Or they're dead before arrival.
Talk that shit, darling. You go, girl. I love
Square
it.
Enix, are you listening?
Exactly.
Are you ever listening? Like, are you ever going to get your shit together?
Well, as soon as
thing.
Microsoft closes that deal. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right. Well, suppose somebody put that was the rumor. Like, listen, Square Enix is, I feel, honestly, this is what I feel. I feel like they're a victim of the contract they signed.
Yeah, I think they were locked in.
Agreed.
Let's remember they got new leadership, just like Hiroki Totoki there.
Yes.
They also have new leadership, and I think their new leadership is very much like Hiroki Totoki, and I think their new leadership is done doing what they've done in the past. Personally, that's my thought. I could be wrong, but
you saw the sexual relationship that the Square Enix guy and Phil and that other dude had on stage. I've never seen 3 dudes hold each other's hands.
They were hand fucking
for a
each
very
other.
long time. Very uncomfortable. It was like the
Awkward.
long pause.
Phil was like, "What is happening here?" And the Square dude was like, "Oh yes, oh yes."
Okay,
like
Simone, it's called a circle jerk.
Like, your hands are so soft. You've never worked construction a day in your life. No, I haven't. Oh boy. Yeah, it was awkward.
Put the lotion in the basket,
problem
or else
is
she
that they're
gets the hose
becoming
again.
that raggedy ass bitch that you don't want to do anything with. Because come on, man, how can you go ahead and continue to make things and put your name out there? Like, how can you deliver Foam Stars? That's wild.
Desperation.
I think that the name is watering out.
No Diddy.
Jeremy Brown.
Look, somebody went over there and said, "Listen, we need something that the casuals are going to love." And they sat there and said, "Well, Nintendo made Splatoon."
Yeah, right. I was
what
like,
if we did the same thing as
Splatoon,
they did,
but make it way worse.
But have people who are dirty take showers live on the screen, and you get to control it. Just put them in the tub. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw some bubbles, and that'd be good to go. And it didn't work out. No. I think it actually was worse than Destruction All Stars. Is that the Destruction?
That was the other one.
Remember that one that nobody remembers?
Yeah, I honestly, I think you're right, because I actually think that had a small audience for a second. This one just didn't ever seem to have an audience at all. I remember watching. I remember watching a video or seeing a video that was published by IGN that was talking about Foam Stars, and it had 1,300 views. That was it. I was like, holy shit, this game is fucked. I was like, damn, dude, nobody cares. Nobody cares about that game. Yeah.
That's wild.
So, yeah.
We thought of downloading it to see how bad it really was.
Right.
And it was just a thought. It never happened.
I mean, I added it to the library just in case I needed to, have proof that it existed one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there.
It does exist.
I can't download that shit.
Goodness. Hey, a big shout out to the over 170 people in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Just to name out a couple of people in the chat. And if I don't get your name, please don't be offended by it. It's just so many to read. But we have Amit Kumar, we have Dayrizi, we have I think it was Rizzy, sorry. General, I don't have my glasses on. We have General Spartan, we have Timmy, let's see, Jeremy Brown, Lad, Mark City, Paula Barm. I can't even pronounce half these things. Retro, you should be reading
Holy-
these.
Richie,
Sean,
goddamn, read it for him.
I'm not sure where he's
He's like
looking.
a dying over here. He can't read any of his goddamn names.
I'm dying. Tell us. Talos is here. We love Talos. Anyway,
up,
love everybody. And of course,
Auntie,
you know, the
Survey.
only reason I did this was just so I could get this one out of the way.
Why so serious?
There it
Is in the
is.
chat as well.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate everybody that's here. Look, Axel's in the chat too. Axel, buddy, thank you so much
What's going on,
for
brother?
being here as well. He's got a great morning show, Xbox Mornings. I love that. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. I'm here. And look, Hargeet Johnny.
Oh.
Hargeet.
What's up, buddy?
Yes, the wise one.
The wise
He
one
is.
has
He
We're
is.
just praising
Hargeet,
Yeah.
if you decide you want to jump on, let me know and I'll send you the link. But if you're tired, because I know you've been on Fonz's show, that's no worries to my dude. But Hargeet, always welcome here. Gosh, what a great lineup. And we're not done, Retro. We're not done at all. I just wanted to break up the monotony. There you go.
Yeah, sure.
What's up,
Sure.
There
man?
you go. There you go.
Where are we at now? Where do you want to go?
We can talk about. I'm curious to see how people feel about this subject too, and that was the Microsoft working on the Xbox AI chatbot. Xbox employees have been testing a virtual chatbot that can help with support queries and game refunds. So basically, like Clippy 2.0, I guess. Microsoft is currently testing a new AI-powered Xbox chatbot that can be used to automate support tasks. Sources familiar with Microsoft plans tell The Verge that the software giant has been testing an embodied AI character that animates when responding to Xbox support queries. They say they understand this Xbox AI chatbot is part of a larger effort inside Microsoft to apply AI to its Xbox platform and services. Guys, there's always the people who are like, they're spying on us. Like, I don't like this chatbot thing. What do you guys, are you one of those people? Do you care that the chatbot's going to be your first line of defense if you have any issues on Xbox? I'll start with Doodle because I started with you last time, CMoney. Do you care about this?
Enough CMoney, all right? Take several seats.
Not bad, fam.
Listen, if it functions right, and you can go ahead and whatever it needs to do, whether it's to get you your refund or whatever it is, if it works properly, then great. It is a shortcut, right? I mean, we had the Connect, and as invasive as that kind of felt in the beginning, it was amazing, right? I remember getting kind of creeped out because as soon as you walked in the room, no matter from which angle, it will kind of just spot you, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm feeling watched." But it was so freaking fun and amazing. And once you got used to it, it was like, "Oh yeah, well that's my Connect." And like we talked about before, they tend to go ahead first and be the ones that are innovative. And now we have like the Googler, which is what I like to call it. Hey Google, right? We have the lady over here. I don't want to say her name because as soon as you do, it's like, wait, what's up? What's up, Doodle? You talking to me? But it's just like we kind of have to just enter that world and let them do what they got to do. It will make things easier, I believe, and I believe that they'll do it right.
Do you think?
So I'm all for it.
Cool.
Do you think this is like just a step one that there'll still be people down the line if the AI is too stupid to figure it out? Or?
That's the thing. That's why it's frustrating because sometimes you get on the phone and you want to speak to someone because it's like, okay, well, you're not getting what I'm trying to say, right? And so as long as it's done right, but yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's coming your way, see. Right, you are.
All right,
What's
right.
up,
Let me get this. Get this super out of the way. Right,
and that happened.
Gaming with the $2 being dirty on CMoney over here. CMoney agreed to eat 2 mint mustard olive. #, no PS6.
Hey, CMoney. Just so you know how much love you have. I was sent this by FarQ.
Oh.
Aw. Thanks, FarQ.
Oh, look at that.
It doesn't say that. Okay. That is his photoshopping skills.
He's really
Okay.
quick. I gotta give it to Fari Q, dude. He is fast.
Dreadpool sent me that shirt. Okay, so I was
You're
thankful.
loved, C-Money. Can you not see that? Come on, you're loved, and you know it.
Apparently,
Absolutely.
Welcome, Gaveston.
It might not be the love you wanted, but it's the love you're getting.
well,
Oh goodness.
you know, abuse is what it bees.
Yeah.
As far as like this robot revolution that's happening,
Yeah,
you know, I'm down. Give me AI. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
I'm
want to
all
talk to
for
people if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're gonna actually just do what I want, they'll probably build some stuff in there. Like if they yell at you enough, just put it through. And I was like, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It flags you. This guy's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's look like we're heading there, man. And I'm all for whatever it's gonna be. I want iRobot in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
this is
dude.
where we had a conversation with King David about this, but this is
Yeah.
where you take it too far. See,
I don't. I'm
You know,
planting
like,
seeds
I'm
right
it's
now.
convenient
I'm with you.
right now. The idea
Until
of
it
not
kills
having
you.
to get on the phone with someone, right? But now you're talking about AI robots. That's
Yeah.
that's a
Hold
bit
the line.
much.
Facts.
Hold the line.
Facts. Listen, I tell you right now, I'm saying all this stuff right now because in the future, when those robots are amongst us and they're walking around, they're
They'll
going to go
treat you
through the
right?
history in the blink of an eye. They're going to look at me and they'd be like, "Oh shit, he's been an ally since back then."
I knew that's
You're
where you're
safe,
going.
bro. Come on, you're in charge of
Remember
all
that time
these people over
C-Money
here.
said,
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
robots. We'll spare them. Yeah.
That's right. I'm
Spare
down.
them. He plans to rule and be king of it.
I think they'll make me king at some point.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I think that's
okay.
what happened.
He's
C-Money,
thinking
read that.
bigger picture, RHETRI, all right?
Dang,
C-Money,
this is going really
read
far.
that. Read that real quick.
See
that comment.
robot. God damn it.
I love it.
That one's good though. I'll take that.
Oh, man, what's up, baby?
No,
Oh,
that's
goodness.
a
Skynet
that's
is
a dope
coming,
ass
brother.
feature. Come on, if you could have
Yeah.
a robot butler, like a Roomba,
Yes.
right? You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
But he's like a person. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Like
You just-
Rosie from
I'm
the
down.
Jetsons.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
We want Rosie.
Bro.
I'm
Hey,
C
Mr.
money,
C,
dude.
we're attaching the suck nozzle on my
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus.
When you get attacked by one, don't even look my way,
They won't
bro.
attack
I
you
already
then.
have been. My,
I'ma
my,
be like,
my,
"Get
my
him.
robot.
Get
yeah,
him."
my vacuum already hit me. So yes, we're good.
You see?
We're good.
It's
Didn't
because of
know.
lack of respect.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so now you show the respect on podcasts like this,
And it'll go around.
so that in the future they're ready to go.
See, RHETRI's out here being abused by
Poor
his
guy.
rumba.
Just hit my toe. It's fine. We're good. Yeah, I might have killed it. It's fine.
He's trying to downplay it in case it's listening.
Yeah.
It's an
You
attack.
don't
It's
blink
It's
twice,
listening.
RHETRI.
There we go.
Oh man, rumors are good in theory, but annoying as fuck when they get stuck in the small. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's very true. Yeah, I do it manually now. We got rid of it. It was too much pain in
Oh
the
my
ass.
god.
But
C problem.
C money.
On point for
Hey,
complaint.
hey, I'm back.
Oh my gosh. There are so many. of
He's
these.
quick with
See,
it.
you're
man.
loved. How much love?
He's quick with it.
You know what they say? It's a surest form of flattery, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's what they do say when you get
They do
abused.
say that.
That's what all the abuse victims say. You know, love me because you piece of shit for me. Feels so good every sting. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, we love you. We're glad you're here, both of you.
Yes.
Hey, Noodle's having a little fun. Yay! Oh goodness,
Oh,
you might have to
Dave, you
you might have to
guys. You guys
comfort him
are
later after the show.
Yeah, exactly. What's your take on the AI robot helper, whatever you want to call it?
Well, I mean,
What do you think?
if it actually can do, you know, the things that they're saying it's going to do, or you know, to create better gaming, to be able to make the experience better for us in the long run, and dude, I'm all for it. Anything to make the gaming
Me
experience
too.
better and to beat Sony in the dirt is fine with me.
Can you let's paint this picture real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. You're playing a game.
Yep.
You're trying, you get stuck. Right?
I know
What do you
going.
do?
Yeah.
You get your fucking phone out, you
Yep.
go and you Google how the fuck to pass this, or you see a lock that has a code on it 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
You don't have the code. Do you go look for that shit, or do you say, you know what? Let's see what the gods of the internet already know.
There you go.
Boom! I got the code. I'm good to go. Now imagine I just hit a button and say, "Hey, robot bitch, I'm stuck.
You named it.
How do I pass this part I'm on?"
Yeah.
They are smart enough to look at your situation and just be like, "Hey, you just got to go over here." And it's probably going to be sophisticated enough that it can enter your game and like draw a line.
Oh, I
Crazy
like that.
shit like
I
that.
like
It's
that.
right there, stupid. It's right in front.
Yeah,
of you.
like, hey, dumbass, what is this shiny shit? You see? They make it
It's
shine
glowing.
to help
There's a
you
neon
find it.
sign.
I'm just saying.
I like that idea.
I think it's too short-sighted. AI is amazing. What it can
Yeah.
do, bro.
It's
Just think
crazy,
about the
dude.
thumbnail game and how you can just say some random shit and it gives you multiple variations of things. Like this shit is smart. And that's even we have a stupid version of it.
Right.
Like what they actually have
Yeah.
in the reality, what they're capable of doing is so much further than what they even allow us to have right now.
Yeah.
Because they still have to put all the fail safes in place to do all that other shit, right? So, like, honestly, it's all good things going forward. If 100 years from now robots take over the earth,
He'll
I
be
won't
dead. Who
be
cares?
here.
Sorry,
You know what
kids.
I'm saying? Like, let the future generations
What
deal with
about
that
our
shit.
grandkids?
Listen,
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Think about the
bro.
grandkids.
Don't worry. This is what I'll tell them. I'm putting in a good word for you now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm the ally. It's gonna go through our bloodline, bro. We're straight. They'd be like, "This is a descendant of this man. He's good. You're good. You're good." All right.
My baby's bougie.
That's
Yeah.
so
I'm
funny.
telling you, I just see all the fun shit that you could do with it. Tell me that's not dope. Imagine that.
I
If
love
It is.
it. I
It is
love all of
really
it.
cool. You make
If
it sound.
infiltrate your game, literally just
Yeah.
like create a little arrow for you or take you over here if you need it, right? Or if you want to, right? Or what if it could just take over for you for a second? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you fighting a crazy boss, right? You tried 100 times, you're so mad,
Sure.
you're so
Elden Ring,
annoyed,
perfect example.
and then you
Mhm.
just say, you know what? Please do this for me. And it's like, all right, whoosh, beats the shit out of it, gives you back the control, like, all right, you're good. And it's like,
So I put into to AI just to say I put mad PlayStation gamer, and this is what it sent. This is what it generated.
that shit.
Did you really?
PlayStation has
That's
no
all I
code.
put in, and that's
Oh,
what it
man,
generated.
it knows.
That's come on.
That's
That
it
rates
now.
itself. Yeah.
Come on, man. Like this stuff is genius. Like this is
It
next level
knows.
shit.
If it
know
if
what
it
it
knows,
is?
it knows.
This is the beauty of not being super smart, right? When you're not a genius, right? And you're just, run of the mill, hey, I know things, but I don't need to know everything in the world. I'm not offended by this, and I'm not concerned. There's already smarter shit than me out there, right? So who cares if this thing could do things better than me? There's plenty of people who do it anyway, right?
Right.
It's the people who are really skilled in something like art or like, I don't know, writing.
Yeah, that's
And they're
where,
all pissed
where it
because
comes in. Yeah.
everybody can be a fantastic writer when you have AI on your side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be an artist if I could punch in the right configuration of words to make it
Mhm.
spit out something beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, G maybe says that doodle bots are going to take over the
I'm
world.
pretty sure nobody will argue
listen,
with that shit.
I'm-
That shit already exists in Japan. You know what I'm saying? They're already up on that.
Shout
Oh
out to
my
G
God.
baby, man. That's a good one.
That's the homie.
Oh, man.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
We
I
had
guess
a whole discussion on this, by the way, on
we
Wednesday.
did.
with
We
Pink.
did.
yeah,
It was like
yeah.
an hour
You were
and
prepared.
40
Yeah.
minutes of me just defending the robot's right to live. Okay.
The uprising.
Yeah. Listen,
Let
Will
him
Smith,
live.
he was pissed that the robot chose him versus the kid. That's the only
Yeah.
reason he lost his mind. Okay. Outside of that, iRobot, that was a dope ass life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Oh,
Robots
yeah.
just take care of you, help you out.
But that's the extreme version of it, right?
Yeah,
We're not.
Okay.
I guess that's where it would lead to, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
step
but-
one, Doodle.
There's
Yeah.
too much money to be
I'm
made.
okay with step one.
There's too much money to be made to ever let the robots take over. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to let that happen. They're going to program all the fail safes in the world, all that crap. Even the military is not going to let it go crazy, because if somebody like, those other people try to make a force of robots and say, just do what you think you need to do, they're going to turn around and murder them. Right. So there's going to be built in fail safes that they're not going to be compromised. And, that's just what it's going to be.
As long as it doesn't turn out like it did in the movie WALL-E, where we were so reliant and everybody just got
was fun.
fat and bloated.
That's people's choice, right?
You're right.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. If everybody is that fat, then you don't worry about what people sexy look like anymore. Everybody's sexy then, right? You're all in the same place now.
Because we're all not sexy.
Oh,
That's it.
goodness.
Everybody's not sexy, just the robots are. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. You're good to go.
Anonymous boss with the $10 says, "Yo, salute WebDave, RHETRI, Doodle, and C. Dijon on point for pizza.
Dijon.
Don't forget that extra blue cheese on top." RHETRI, what do you think about the ponies not playing Halo 2 or ODST, one of the best games out? I mean, how could
they could?
Yeah. Yeah, right. They should be playing it on PC because they all have $5,000 PCs. So
buy an Xbox.
Buy an Xbox. There's solutions out there, or just use your phone. I mean, they can play it if they want to. Yeah, Shaun T says I'm down for WALL-E.
Shaun T.
Yeah. Razer, but will China and Russia program in fail-safes for the AI?
They have to. Because if not, they'll turn around and destroy them, bro.
Right.
They'll just
You
turn
the movie
around
War
and murder
Games?
them.
Yeah.
Just
Shall
saying.
we play a game?
Oh man.
Listen, Squid Game.
Did we miss your super chat, Spartan? I thought we got it.
I can't wait for season 2 of
Wait, where's
let me
it?
see.
Season 2.
Squid Games.
You know what? I don't think we did read this.
Read that one.
Thank you
Sorry.
for mentioning that, Spartan.
Yes,
Spartan
so
661
sorry,
with the $10 says Xbox has enough elite studios to release their load early and can do it again repeatedly. Even if PlayStation tried something, PlayStation is just not profitable compared to Microsoft. Yeah, we are. I mean, I say we like Microsoft, but they are a juggernaut. They have a ridiculous.
true.
We
You don't have to explain it, Reggie.
We
When
are
you're part of the team,
simulated.
You say we. Okay. The only people who feel
Freudian
weird
slip?
about saying
No,
we
it's fine.
are the people who feel disassociated with the brand. All right, we're part of it.
Yeah,
okay?
I would not say I'm disassociated whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's all
good.
right. We're
yeah.
we. Okay, we're French.
Yeah,
It's all
we
good.
are a we.
You do
We. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
No
fuck
Diddy.
you.
No Diddy.
All right.
Chill out. You can't go too far with the wheeze.
Yeah. Listen, if we do miss any super chats, remind us, guys. Sometimes
Yes, the last thing
when
we'll
the
do
chat-
is miss
when
one
the
of
chat
those.
is flowing,
Because sometimes we get kind of caught up in the moment. Yay, we
Yeah,
have such amazing guests.
100%. All right, I guess we can get into the nitty gritty and talk about Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 running at 30 frames a second. The Hellblade 2 Senua Saga's frame rate has now been revealed, with Ninja Theory confirming Hellblade 2 will run at 30 frames per second on Xbox consoles and will not have a performance mode. Listen, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I don't know if you know this, but there's a game out right now called Dragon's Dogma. I really, really fucking like it. It's pretty much 30 frames everywhere, unless you get on PC, and that's just like 40 frames. I fucking love it. So I don't know. I feel like the thing is, we heard everybody saying great surprisingly, a lot of people saying great things about Hellblade 2.
Yes.
Everybody's saying great things about Hellblade 2. But does that take center stage? No. 30 fucking frames per second. That's what took center stage. And that is what's taking over the internet right now. I don't know. I understand it. I want 60. Of course, we all fucking want 60. I don't think there's going to be anyone who's like, nah, I'll stick with 30. It's fine. Like, I think we all want 60. It's a nice want to have.
I mean, like for like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
like if it was going to look identical no matter which one you chose, then yeah, for sure. Give me 60.
That's the thing. There's a give and take, right?
We're not willing to compromise it, though, right? So for the frame.
I think that's the thing. Like you'll get that better version on PC if you want those extra frames. There's an option for you if you have a bunch of money. But I don't know. What's your guys' take on the whole Hellblade thing? Does it bother you? You looking forward to the game? We've seen a ton of 30 frames per second games come out this generation. It doesn't seem like it's
it
going
doesn't
away.
matter, RHETRI, especially for the kind of game that we're talking about, right? This game looks stunning. Finally, we're getting the next gen, and like you said, amazing things are being said, and this is what's all over the internet. This is what everyone's talking about on freaking X, as if that's the one thing that matters or defines the game, considering the fact that there are so many games out there that are 30 frames per second that no one's complaining about or making it their business to point out the fact that they are 30 frames per second. It's like, come on, man. Again, this game is so anticipated, and is it rightfully so. It is stunning, and again, it's the first game I feel that it's really, really going to show what the new systems can do, and it's overdue. And so I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
How you feeling, C? Does that bother you?
No, because at the end of the day, no matter how we cut it, until next gen is going to change everything for Xbox. PlayStation will still be in the same shit box, but Xbox next gen, fine. But up until this moment, right, every console that has ever existed has a fixed power that can be used, right? It's just what it is. So no matter what, it's always choice. Could they have made a 60 frames per second version of Hellblade 2? Obviously, it'll just not be what you see on the screen right now with the 30 FPS mode. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. Once they get to the end, this happens every generation, right? In the beginning, 60 FPS. Why? Because they're mostly making games that could have ran on the last generation hardware, but they just bump it with resolution and they bump it with the FPS. And that's it, right? But once you finally get into the meat and potatoes, when you actually get to the actual console, like that you want to use everything in that box, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I could make it look like this, or I can make it look like that, and it's 60 FPS. Now, some games require you to say, yeah, I could make it look that beautiful, but this game needs a 60 FPS mode, right? But when you're in a situation when you see how breathtaking Hellblade 2 is, and then you compare it to Dragon Dogma 2, and then look at what you see on that screen.
That's a good point. Yeah.
We're not talking about the same thing.
No.
We're not talking about the same thing.
We are not the same.
We are not the same. Hellblade 2 is in a league of its own. There is no game on PlayStation that comes even close to what Hellblade 2 looks like. Now on Xbox, we have seen other games that are going to be very good looking, like Fable, right? That was real footage that we saw of the game that was actually being played.
That's why so many people didn't believe it, because it looked so good.
Exactly.
It was hard for them to grasp that was real.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, as good as Hellblade 2 looks, I mean, we already have what's the future ahead of us as well. This is not going to be the only good looking game. This is just the start of what the real next gen is going to look like, right? And unfortunately for PlayStation dudes, they're hoping that a PlayStation 5 Pro can come and save them. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not even close. Whereas we already have it, proof in the pudding. Ring the bell. The match is over. Xbox has the games that they can only dream of. Now, to be fair, in the previous console generations, yeah, PlayStation had games like The Last of Us that really looked stunning for its time and the power available to it, right? Like they had those games, but they gave up on that narrative this generation 100%. They're not pushing shit. They haven't pushed one time. Not one. Everything that they've released this generation could have released last generation.
It's true.
Lower the res and you're good to go. Xbox is is hitting in a way that has never been hit before. Hellblade 2 is just fucking stunning, bro. It's stunning. It's a whole different league. And this is made by a small team. Small team.
80 people, man. 80 people. And that is something I brought up last night when we talked about this too. And I was just like, there's context, right? Like we're comparing you're comparing like Spider-Man or something that's got how many hundreds of people working on that game versus 80.
And how many hundreds of millions they spent on that game?
The budget, I mean, it's a terrible comparison, right?
Isn't it like 50 mil for Hellblade, some shit like that? It's like 50
it was
mil
low. Yeah, I think it was around there because even when I heard the number, I was like, wow, that is crazy low. But
that's what happens when you have talent.
Ninja theory. Right. It's ninja theory. Exactly, brother.
That's the difference.
You know,
Xbox is full of that talent now.
To the point, like, hold on, let me put that back up.
There's levels to this, guys.
There is levels to this. Yeah. Shout out to him for playing Fortnite last night. War says, but first party is meant to show off the hardware capabilities, and the Series X marketing was eats monsters for breakfast. He's right there. Listen, but we got to remember,
eat a monster for breakfast.
Show
me a game that's close, fam. Show me one. Give me one game that's even close to Hellblade 2 caliber.
There's not, because they're hoping over at PlayStation, they're hoping that in 2026 they can potentially, maybe, possibly reach somewhere near Hellblade 2 graphics.
That's what they want Wolverine to look like. Remember,
imagine where Xbox is going to be then.
Exactly. So in that leak from that happened with Sony, that was the big thing that took away from it.
Hellblade.
Yeah, that's their bar they want to get to is a Microsoft game.
Dude, hold on. This is the crazy shit. Think about this. Again, there's levels to this. All right, Doc Dark, there's levels to this.
Somebody started this thing.
Shout out to Doc Dark. He's a good guy.
In the year that Microsoft is going to release the console that has made the biggest technological leap ever, they're going to catch up to the Xbox Series S. 2026.
Jeez, yeah.
That's their goal, to hit Hellblade 2 levels. And they're going to catch up to a game that runs on the Series S looking that good.
Listen, I don't know if the 1.5 year break that they're taking, it's in there, right? I don't know if that was a part of that conversation when they said 2026, because we do know that they're going to pump the brakes for now, because they don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and just because I did notice it here, so I do want to just kind of point it out. Warawana says people are really defending the most valuable company in the world doing the bare minimum. So this is the thing. When a company spends nearly the entire value of PlayStation to buy a publisher, I don't know where the bare minimum is happening here. Because what I can see is that Microsoft is enacting Matt Booty's game plan to spend these motherfuckers out of business, because there is no roadmap for PlayStation. There are no games in the future that anybody can look at. There's no plan even for these studios that they own, because every plan they had
is half of them are gone. Look at the gas games. Yeah.
Naughty Dog's next game got scrapped. Insomniac's multiplayer game got scrapped. What do you think is happening here? These people are starting a new path. The dude from Naughty Dog, which breaks my heart because honestly, Naughty Dog is one of my favorite studios. He already told us that his daughter is getting only a few more years before she doesn't want anything to do with being with daddy and is going to be starting her life. And he doesn't want to miss it. So what does that tell you, fam? Homeboy is out in a year or so.
Foot at the door, baby. And who's going to go ahead and continue to deliver those type of games?
Dude, PlayStation right now is watching. Jim Ryan left because he didn't want to watch it anymore. All right. Everybody else who's there, they're just watching everything crumble. And Hiroki Totoki's like, yo, we need to do something. Games are going everywhere. You're not spending that much money on a game. You're going to scale that back. You're not going to use all those people in that game. No. You got to close that studio down. We're not doing that one. No, bro, they're doing everything they can to survive except release games.
They don't have the games to release, bro.
I'm just saying, in a world where there's two main competitors, you are honestly going to, with a straight face, say that Microsoft is doing the bare fucking minimum? Come on.
So
man.
what does it mean when you make the games and you've been working on it for 6-8 years and you don't release them and the fans have been waiting for it? Is that right? Is that a okay thing to do?
Sounds like it's
saying.
Indicative of a bad game, and probably should have killed it way before waiting 7 years. You know what I mean? But that's part of the reason that Jim, I don't think, is there anymore because of her.
Rich, read the super chat, and then we're
going
to put up another comment too for him.
Splendiferous with the $5 says, "Do you guys think that with this game being the way it is, do you think they need to pump the brakes on the next gen? It shows the power of the box. Let's work." Depends on what that actual next box actually is. I want to say no because I'm a hardware guy and I love technology, so I'm always going to want the next thing. But I understand like people saying like let's get the best out of the box. Not a lot of these developers are using it to its full extent with RDNA, with frame generation. Now AI is coming into the picture, which I do think under Microsoft AI is going to help a lot of these games out. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you
go ahead and read this next comment because that was tied into what CMoney was talking about. I think she kind of get misunderstood what comments they were trying to make.
Yeah, Wara says, my comment about defending Microsoft doing bare minimum was saying that Microsoft allowing HB2 to release with no 60 FPS mode is doing the bare minimum. I listen, I don't necessarily disagree with it. Here's my problem with the not 60 is I wish they at least could have done. I like choice, right? Whether it's on PC or Xbox or whatever. I would like to see the Xbox console be more like a PC, and I think it will in the future. But I do want that choice, and that choice could have been 1440p, 60 frames per second, possibly, maybe. You know what I mean? That's what I would have liked to have seen, at least the choice there. But it's not up to me.
So how they did with Horizon.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't care resolution, and you can upscale it too. Like, I don't need native 4K, and I don't even know if Hellblade 2 is native 4K. I'm not sure, but there you can always up-res and maybe give me some more frames or uncap the frame rate and give me, use your VRR and you can get 40 frames, 50 frames, whatever. I do like choice. Like, I'm not anti 60 frame. I am absolutely pro 60 FPS, but again,
so do you think that Hellblade 2 is a failure because it's 30 frames per second rather than 60?
I don't think it's
or they didn't give you the option to like knock down
I don't like not having the option. I'm never not going to like having the option.
So you rather have the option to do so.
Of course, because it's an option. Because then you don't lose anything. You just gain an option, right? Like if you want to play it in a 4K crispy, Unreal Engine 5 goodness on 30 frames, it's there. You know what I mean? But if you want the other option,
what will happen though is that people will take clips with that option and say this is what Hellblade 2 is. Right,
but what they're gonna do that anyways.
From a business perspective,
they can't do that on this one
if they don't have it.
There's no clips you could take on this version of Hellblade 2.
From a business perspective, you have to make a decision.
Yeah, they're gonna find some stupid shit.
Look, I don't. This could be a time constraint thing. Here's the thing. I always come back to this. When we talked about this last night about the non-60 FPS existing, I kind of went back to: is this because there's 80 people there? If they had longer and a bigger staff and bigger budget, could it have gone to 60? I don't know. Maybe.
This is the thing. You heard Todd Howard. Okay, he had an interview, and he said, "I'm fine with 30 frames per second on the game I'm making." And he released Starfield, and it was literally the most played game, single player, on Xbox. Released in September for the whole year of 2023. So many people were playing that game on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
On Xbox at 30 FPS. You just said Dragon Dogma, probably one of your games of the year. And there's a lot of people feeling that same thing. 30 FPS, right?
Yep.
Let's stop trying to put Microsoft in a bucket to make it so that they are the only ones that are going to receive this type of smoke.
To hit that type of bar,
yeah,
that are
no.
supposed to get that type of smoke
The
before the game
developers
even
wanna do what they want to
released.
do. At the end of the day, all the people like to run around saying, well, if this game was releasing on PlayStation, there would be no discussion about this. There would be them saying, oh, it's okay. It's okay because the developers wanted to make a 30 FPS game. It's their choice to have their game shown the way they want to. And when they're working that hard to make everything look the way that they want it to look, why would they say, you know what, let's do all this work and then make a shitty looking version that we have to go ahead and let them get so that they don't cry about 60 FPS in a game that you're moving fucking 3 millimeters a second?
But that's what's ridiculous,
years
though.
to swing your weapon, but you need 60 FPS for it.
If we were talking about a game that needed the SPFs, then yes, okay, fine, go
That's
ahead
a good
and
point.
make a big deal about it. But if it doesn't, and listen, Surf says it over here. He says, like, it's gonna be funny when we say 60 frames per second sucks, right? And then what do we want?
And we will.
120? That's what. That's the new goal. You know what I mean?
1,000% correct. Whoever said that is 1,000% correct. We'll be doing this same bullshit 5-10 years from now. 100%.
It's the same thing.
Well,
it's just
Lotus.
something to
He's
go ahead and
right.
see. This game is excellent, looks amazing. We love it. What can we find to whine and complain about, especially a game that's coming from, Xbox?
Yeah, and you can't look at it because you know how many games run at 120 frames per second on Xbox? It's all choices, bro. But again, when you look at what Hellblade is delivering, show me.
And you said something so
comparison.
important,
Right.
I love what you said. You said it is up to the developers what they want to do with the game that they made and how they want to present it. That is such a big deal. That is something that, like, we went to PAX. We were talking to so many developers, and it's like, it's their game. The attachment. It's how they want the world to receive it and see it.
Look, we're all gonna play it. I mean, I stand by what I said. I'm not gonna fight you guys on this. I want choice, and I understand. And if that's what the developers didn't want to do, that's fine. I'm still gonna play the shit out of the game, just like I did Dragon's Dogma, like I'm doing right now. I got a ton of hours. I love it. It's my game of the year. And Hellblade 2 could be my new game of the year. It could bump it out. I have no clue. But
we have different choice over here.
Yeah.
See, we get the choice of booting it up on our Xbox, or if you're like some of us who care about this stuff, then we boot it up on the Big Daddy, right?
Yes.
Same game, El Gratis, right? So
yes.
I have choice because I'm going to play mine probably at 120 frames per second on my 4090, right? So, like, I'm not worried about that. But the point is, at the end of the day, it's a closed box. Next generation, this argument goes away. Next generation, it's all over. AI,
then it'll be
all
120
machine learning.
Yeah.
It's going away. They're going to do whatever they want because as soon as Hellblade is on there, they're like, you know what? Flip on another machine that's going to help pump that up, or use AI to do this and that on it, and then boom, it'll be wherever they want it to be.
Yeah,
it's going to be a whole different story next year.
If you don't mind, I think Doodle wants you to read this next one real quick.
Doodle to be free is 100% correct on that. I mean, that's Becca saying it, but that could be me. Like,
I love you, baby.
I mean, it's just the normal vocabulary that I use.
You're right. Yeah.
All
He's
the
smart. See,
Retri
he knows not to mess with Doodle
one.
or the robots.
If you don't mind reading that one, Retri,
Generation
pretty good.
says, like the name, man, that SSD for PS5 was also a lie. They clearly said, that's a very good point. This is why I do not trust marketing from any of these companies, I say. They clearly said Ratchet and Clank could only be ran on the PS5 SSD. That's not the case, though. Sony also said we believe in generations, and that was a lie. Yes, absolutely, future generations.
What about that 8K on the box?
The 8K, that was a lie. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
Look, marketing, baby. I think the thing is a lot of people remember what Aaron Greenberg said, and he should have never mentioned 4K 60 being the standard because people love to fucking bring that shit up.
Well,
JD
you know
Gamer,
what the standard is, though, right? A standard
whatever the hell,
is
whatever they want to do is a standard.
exactly. So this is what. Listen, there's no way you can look at him and say he was a liar, because any game on the Xbox Series X can run at 4K 60. We've seen it time and time again. Now, what people choose to do outside of that is their choice. And again, with what they want to push. They want to push on a box that's closed. They're going to try to take everything they can and make it as sexy as possible. Because why? Sex sells. The graphics are the sexy part. Don't come at me like, oh my god, sexy. Yeah, go look at all the ponies sitting there playing Stella Blade.
Stella Blade, okay? Stella Yams.
Don't tell me that they're not going on what they see.
money in his joystick. Okay? Watch out now.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, this is the reality. So don't try to play me with. Oh,
have you ever heard of a shake weight? Anyway.
That's what that's what I gotta do with you.
Oh Lord, someone's gonna cut that out of the meme. Anyway, no. So RHETRI, read. We got a couple super chats and I got a comment that I want to point out. I thought was hilarious.
JD Gamer with the $5 says, "Pathetic port begging ponies, just mad and jealous. They got no games over there. Wishing they could have Hellblade 2 30 frames or not. They're getting 0 frames. Yeah, they're gonna be playing on YouTube, right? JD Gamer.
Yeah. And then welcome out Doc Dark, who was on our show.
Levels to this, bro.
Doc says, "Do not accept 30 FPS. You're the problem. You're the problem."
There's levels to this, bro. All right, there's levels to this, man.
Here we go. Yeah. We got another one.
JD Gamer with the $2 says, "I love you, Doc. Thank you, man. We hype over here. Xbox forever, baby. Hashtag no PS6."
Let's go, baby.
And another one.
Another $2 says, "Ponies over there with their shake weight in porn." Yeah, Pornhub, the #1 app on PlayStation.
My goodness. And one thing I want to throw out there and just say this is that, it's this is the only narrative. This is why that's why it's an issue at all, is that PlayStation has nothing else to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
To them, this is the only little grasping at straws, the only little win that they're going to get is that it's 30 frames. Oh, it's the end of the world. Now, and I watch, oh no, it's Alex. I love his show. I think it's great. And I agree with him that definitely everything would be great at 60. And I think everything should be 60.
Of course.
But it's not. It's reality. Not everything is. But do I want it that way? Sure, we do. So shout out to you, Alex. But man, they have nothing else to grasp at. There's nothing else. They have no games coming. They have a fictional, delusional, as of right now, until it's officially announced, vaporware of a PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm sorry. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And if they
don't believe it exists.
if they do release that, they're going to be in such trouble, man, because other people are going to be spending money on another console with nothing to come, and they're going to have a backstock of stuff that's not going to sell, because venture scalpers aren't going to be buying all that crap when it's just sitting on inventory.
Let's just remember this discussion, this right here, about this 30 frames per second thing.
Yeah.
When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, and we'll see the fucking heat that they do not get. Let's see. Let's see. Because it depends on the game and who makes it. The narrative changes like the fucking blowing of the wind.
That's what I'm saying.
I guarantee people won't give a shit. They'll just play
absolutely the game. Not.
They will not care.
And that's why it's such a big deal to not give in to the nonsense.
Exactly.
Like you said, WebDave, they're just figuring out what they can hang on to and put out there.
Facts.
I love it. It's such trouble. Oh goodness. I mean, I love games. Anyway, so RHETRI, we want to wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, the only thing on the way out I wanted to mention was Jez Gordon was on the Iron Lords today, and Idle Sloth put a little clip of him talking about Kate Rayner, who's the vice president and technical director at the Coalition. Is now running her own division. This thing makes me so happy. It's not even funny. Since we're talking about optimization, she's going to be helping other Xbox studios get to the Coalition level with Unreal Engine, because there is a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games coming out from Xbox studios. So I'm very happy that they have someone who's an expert who's branching out and helping out these other studios optimize as much as they can for the Unreal Engine 5.
Can
So,
I
I do
say
have
something
that.
real quick?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
go for it.
No.
So I have this strong belief, okay, and
Yes.
you just said something that co-signs my belief pretty heavy, but I have this strong belief that Xbox is on a journey to own every important
Engine?
gaming IP.
Well, but
And
shit.
I believe because they're going so wide with everything that they just want to be known as the place that owns everything that matters. So I believe that they're going to buy Take-Two because they want Grand Theft Auto to be under their umbrella. It's not going to be a problem because they're not going to keep anything exclusive. This is about ownership. This is about aligning with the brand.
Mhm.
But Grand Theft Auto will be everywhere. And the other place that I absolutely believe that they will be buying is Epic.
I knew you were going there.
They're going to buy Epic because they want to own Fortnite. But also, what did you just say, RHETRI? They're using that Unreal Engine heavy.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be
Big
great
time.
if they didn't have to pay a fucking dollar more
Fee.
to
Yeah.
use the engine that they're gonna use anyway? I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
this is what it looks
Speculation
like.
town. Love it.
I'm telling you, they this is what they want. This is why they got Call of Duty. They
Mhm.
know it. The brand that Call of Duty is the biggest in gaming, and they own it. They have Minecraft, one of the biggest in gaming, and they own it. Next up, Fortnite, Grand Theft. That's the pillar right there. If you look up on Mount Rushmore of
Yeah.
games of the highest, the biggest hitters, those are your four. You own them, the world is over for anybody else. But not really, because it's third party.
Yeah.
I mean, it's third.
They'll
You're
share that
keeping them
shit.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You just own it. That's what I believe.
Exactly. That's
Whew.
whew,
Damn,
that would
C-Money.
be awesome. That would be awesome. You were talking about that. I got that clip here if you want to play it for you real quick.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
personally about whether it'll be at the showcase or not. But you don't bet against Jeff Grubb, right? So I would presume that he's on the money and that it is going to be there. I've heard about other games that are going to be there. I've started getting little teasers here and there, but I've been teased what Shinobi, basically the same as what Shinobi said. Someone teased me that it was just the visuals were next level, and that the coalition of masters of the craft. And I mentioned on my own show recently that Kate Rayner, who's leading the technical stack for the coalition, the Cold Gears operation, she's been promoted out of the coalition and now runs her own division, helping other Xbox studios get to the coalition's level with Unreal Engine. So is stuff like Hellblade what we can expect of the standard for visual quality? But then you have to wonder, because I heard you guys going back and forth about the 30 frames per second thing. It's a trade-off, right? Visual quality, you usually have to if you've got visual density, you're usually trying something off. But in the previous Gears game, they did give us options. And
So yeah, there you go. Shout out to the Iron Lords. Shout out to Jez Court.
Why does Jez look like he's fucking in 1999 with his webcam?
Like he's inside the Xbox. He's all green and shit. Like he's literally
Seriously, though,
inside
Jez,
a Series X.
Come on, bro. Let's upgrade the camera. All right, homie?
Well,
That could be
technically
Twitter
on
crushing it.
on the show that he's predominantly on, they don't have cameras anyway. Not yet, anyway.
Touche. Yeah.
So, but he does have a
That
camera
is
at
true.
all. That's good. We got a couple of super chats. We want to throw those up real quick.
Yeah, sure. JD Gamer with the $10 says, "Let me make this clear. Anybody who thinks Xbox is in trouble should never own a business." Yeah, thank you, JD. Should never
Amen.
own a business. They should go bankrupt. How is Xbox making more than ever? a bad thing with high profit mark. That's what I'm saying. Like anyone who's like doing doom and gloom, they're not paying attention. JD Gamer with the $2 says,
fucking rumor, bro.
Yeah. Did you all hear the rumor about Microsoft buying Square? I must have missed that. Did that happen today? Like that's circling on Twitter?
And I mean that it's an old rumor that's been around, and now it's kind of got some new circling on it. And I think this actually kind of makes sense to what CMoney was just talking about, because if Microsoft buys them, then they will be the owners of Foam Stars.
Which is the biggest.
Oh, great.
Which is the biggest.
Listen,
We did it.
Ad-related game ever.
Full circle.
That's enough for sure. Phil, give them what they want.
But let's call a spade a spade. If they own Square Enix,
yes,
then they own every notable, massively multiplayer online game that really matters outside of the Korean ones with what's those people? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Those other ones. But they'll own, they have Warcraft, they have Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout Online, they'll have Final Fantasy. They will own that entire spectrum of games.
And not only Final Fantasy, but the Dragon Quest series, which is huge. Dragon Warrior in the US, Dragon Quest in Japan is actually bigger than Final Fantasy in Japan. And then, of course, all the Kingdom Hearts games, plus all the Mana games, plus so many more.
Those Mana games
just
are
saying,
good, dude.
There's a lot of good games. And people are like, oh, you shouldn't buy them. They should buy them. They should own them.
I mean, I'd say take them all, but it depends on
everybody. They can afford it. And again, listen, I think the reality. I think
I agree.
Yes, Sega.
That's it. Yeah,
I'll be going fucking around.
The ring on it.
But I would say, I think at this point we would have to just, as a group of fans, understand that when they buy people going forward, that it's a power play, not an exclusive play, right?
Yeah,
it's
100%
a power play.
Yes,
it's them owning IP, us getting that game in Game Pass. That's what it means to us. They're not buying these massive publishers to hoard exclusives.
Yeah,
Bethesda, that was there because most of their stuff is niche single player crap that didn't sell. That's why they were selling in the first place. But when you have these big studios that have big publishers that have these massive IPs, and the only reason Square has a massive IP is in Japan with Dragon Quest and with their Final Fantasy 14, right? I think Final Fantasy 14 is clear that that's one of the goats in that field with massive multiplayer online games, right? Or the RPGs like that. So that's what they have, and that's what they're getting. Splendiferous with
the $2. By the way, CMoney, everything you just said, I 1000% agree with. If any of these, it's going to go everywhere, which is why Xbox is trying to be 10 cent. You can hate it. It is what it is. Splendiferous with the $2.
We get in Game Pass, baby.
That's all I care about. That's all I give a shit about. I don't have to worry about Xbox shutting down Sega. Yes. Yep. Who shut down studios, shut down games at a crazy rate? Just saying. One company did, not the other one, but Microsoft's in trouble. Oh, okie dokie. Yeah. Good points made by all, man. I think that's it for what I got. Obviously, what Jez was just talking about, by the way, was Gears 6 showing up at the June showcase. Hopefully that's true. Jeff Grubb was saying that. I think Nate the Hate was saying that. You might recognize some of those names. Some of them got some of the stuff wrong about some of the games going to PlayStation. Hate the messenger, not me. So it is what it is. You guys, before we jump out, do you guys think we'll see something from Gears during the Xbox June showcase? I think it's time, right?
This is gonna be the show to end all shows, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're gonna see all that we've been waiting for that was already revealed to us, and this one here is going to be the big reveal with Gear 6 and the collection. We're seeing
the Marcus Phoenix collection.
Marcus Phoenix collection dropping this year. Gear 6 next year.
Nice.
What do you think, Doodle? You down with that? You agree?
I am. Absolutely. We're talking about one of the biggest freaking franchises. It's so exciting. I'm I'm excited about the idea of Gear 6, but what I did not like is the way that they presented it. They said if you are excited about Hellblade 2, wait till you see Gears. And I don't like that kind of build up. You know what I mean?
Like,
Because
maybe
the
too much.
expectations
Yeah.
are already way too high. And so I wish I just
Good
seen
point.
it and lost my freaking mind about it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're talking Hellblade 2, and that game is just stunning. So, I mean, I mean, you can't expect anything less from Gears, but just to phrase it
Yeah.
in that way is
Coalition. There's only one thing I
Man.
can think of. If they have the same fidelity, maybe it is 60 FPS. I don't know. Like, I mean, it has to be, right? It's Gears.
Yes.
So,
I mean,
and you
for
can-
sure the multiplayer. For sure the
Yeah.
multiplayer would be 60.
Could
If
be a
I
change,
feel
could
like
be a change in multiplayer too, right? Like maybe there's something going on that, and that maybe that's the huge thing on the Gear side. Who knows? They could be changing it up.
Sorry.
Okay.
that was wild. That was wild. I don't know what that was.
That was
Yeah,
so
but
far
you're
cute.
60 are the masters of this shit, right? Like they're the ones who they basically are what Epic wish they could
are
be at this
Epic.
point.
Like, yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
they are the upper echelon of UE5. Like they're the guys. Obviously, that's why they took someone out of the coalition, Kate, to go help everyone else that's working on their UE5 projects. What's up?
You're epic.
Aw, thanks, Dave.
Aw.
You have some
That's
super
just
chats. Let's read those.
sweetest.
I knew it
Yes,
was
there
coming. I
you
knew it. I knew it
go.
was coming.
With the $5 says, good
Aw.
evening, my OnPoint family, panel and chat. Always here to show my support. Hope y'all are having a good night.
time.
Continue to have a great evening. Appreciate you, Royal. Thank you, man, for stopping in.
The
Yes.
homie.
Showing some love.
Yes, we have one more super
Absolutely.
chat, and then I want to get some outros there going.
Yes, let's do it. Splendiferous with the $2 says, I owned every Sega console and it sucks they had to stop. Yeah, I
Amen.
was a Sega guy too, man.
Dreamcast
Miss
for
those
everybody.
days.
Dreamcast forever. So when they do buy Sega, that's the first thing they need to bring to Game Pass is every Dreamcast game ever made. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we had a fantastic show, and we are so blessed to have both of you all here. And don't be such a stranger. You guys hopefully will be back and see us again. We love having you guys on. You guys were absolutely awesome. And of course, shout out having both me and RHETRI on different shows on yours channel as well.
I think
We
we need
love
to do
being there.
Yeah.
the crossover.
Crossover.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Crossover.
Get you guys on, do like a combo night shift. You know, both of you on at
That'd
the
be
same
awesome.
time.
Yeah, we can do that.
You two, us
see why not.
two, living the vida
Don't know if
loca.
you can stand me that
Cool.
much.
Living the dream.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
I'm just
Big
kidding.
fan, brother.
We have one more quick super chat, and then I'll get our outros.
They love putting it in right at the end.
With the
You get right in, like,
$2 says,
You're gonna stay longer.
letting a dev cook can show results. Absolutely.
Amen.
That's very true.
Amen.
Very true.
And speaking of the master chef, Doodle, how you doing,
What's
darling?
up? I'm doing
Please
great.
tell everybody where they can find you and reach out to you
well.
guys and about all your amazing show and of course your amazing children as well too, please.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm on X, Doodle to be free, as you see over there. And our channel is OnPoint for Gamers. CMoney, go ahead. We have a lot of shows.
We do. We have we have 4 live shows a week. So Sundays we got Morning Quest, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Fun show. Me, Doodle, and the chat just rocking out. It's a fun time. Tuesdays we have her, him, and a guest. Which this week we have our early ones 2 p.m. Eastern because we have the homie Boxenberger going to be coming through.
Love that guy.
He's super dope, and low key, he was literally when we first started doing anything, when we were first just trying to figure out how to make a video and how to make a thumbnail. The homie Boxenberger was the one that I reached out in the DMs, and he talked to me, helped me, worked it all through. So he's the OG, he's the homie. So I appreciate him.
He's the reason I do this, by the way. So shout out to Boxenberger. He was the
Boxenberger's
first one to
man,
give me
bro.
my shot. Yeah, he's a good dude.
See? That's dope. Yeah, Box is Box is dope. So definitely come through 2 p.m. Eastern for that. And then that's our Tuesday shows, which will be, basically changed at some point. I think we're sunsetting Not that it will be gone forever. If somebody else comes out that we want to do, great. But I think we're
We
changing
want to
that.
do.
Not like that, homie.
Oh, okay. I'm
God damn it.
checking.
You know what I'm talking about. Want to interview,
go, girl.
all right? Not do. No, there ain't no
Keep it
Diddy here.
spicy.
Okay? Listen.
Just clearing it up.
Just call it
So, I
season
think we're-
1. You just finished season 1. Season 2 will come later.
Yeah. So we have so we're gonna be starting Her, Him, and a Dev.
Yes.
And that's gonna be
Nice.
starting come April 30th will be our first show. We have the founder of Midwest Games, Ben Cavallo, going to be
Good
coming
pickup,
through.
man.
We met him at PAX. It was so dope. So he's going to be there. We got a bunch of people lined up already. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. So that will be Tuesdays going forward after the 30th. And then Wednesday, we have our podcast, OnPoint the Gaming Podcast. This Wednesday is the community blowout.
Yes.
So we'll have 7 community members up with us, and it's going to be me, Doodle, Madman, and 7 more. And we'll just have a great time talking about whatever the mother F is going on. And then Friday nights, we have the night shift, Let's Talk Gaming, where it's me, Doodle, Hargy, and whichever other guests that we have. Soon to be WebDave and RHETRI. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, that's it, man. Come check us out. Pay attention if you are sub to us. We still have so much
Oh my
PAX
gosh. Yes.
content to go through. It's crazy. There's
Are
so
you having
much.
your
Yeah,
kids
we're
edit all
putting
that
out a lot of
stuff for you?
videos from PAX. And we
Putting-
still
making them
have
work?
a
I
lot
wish.
of them.
I wish they got so much homework and crap that they do on their own that
Yeah.
they're like that. I ain't doing that. I try to bribe them. I was like, listen,
Right.
we pay you guys. You do some of this work for us. They're like, nah, bro. Nah, man.
We're good. We're
We
good.
don't need your money. We take your money other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to
Oh,
Park dropping the link there in the chat as well for you. So
Thank
that
you.
was
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And of course the link will be in the description below and both the your X channels as well.
Thank
Not triple X. Anyway.
X gonna give
Sorry.
it to
Just
you.
1X.
Yeah.
Facts.
Sorry, CMoney and
Twitter.
his mustard page. What? I love you.
That's
I'm
funny.
just
Got
playing.
that mustard.
Anyway,
I
got
don't know.
that
You can't
mustard.
follow me. got mustard shirts
Follow
now.
me, like, subscribe, send me super chats all day long. There you go. That's what he said. Oh goodness, pay for that mustard batch.
Oh, thank
goodness.
you.
Appreciate you, homie.
Well, we appreciate you guys being on so much.
Yeah, we
RHETRI,
do.
please tell everybody where they can find you and tell everybody about your
Show.
great show. Aimed Down.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
my
one of the
new
dopest
show
names.
on Saturdays. Yes, thank you. Aim Down Sights podcast. We got Red Dead Panda, myself, and Next Gen Nero every Saturday at 7 p.m. on the Game Pass Daily channel, guys. We have a blast over there. We talk a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit being talked on that podcast. We can't help ourselves. We're passionate gamers. That's what we do here. So you guys can also find me on Twitter at GamePass_daily. Just love having you talking trash and just talking about games with the community. Thank you, CMoney, Doodle. Every time we have you guys on, we always have a blast with you guys. Like it's like you guys are like family. You know what I mean? We love you guys to death. We definitely got to play some goddamn Fortnite together.
Yes.
You guys are my next goal. You guys are. I got King David. You guys are next. So yeah, appreciate everyone in the chat tonight. You guys were awesome. I feel blessed doing this with these fine folks. So thank you guys. Love you.
Exactly.
Love you,
And
RHETRI.
the feeling is mutual. And please, everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on the way out.
Yes.
please.
Share the link.
Exactly. Share the link out. It's gonna be awesome. And of course, the audio version will be up. And if you're listening later, you will be able to click in the description below and find all the links to everybody that's been on tonight, as well as RHETRI, and of course the amazing Doodle and CMoney. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thanks everybody for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
Game over.